Oh, sometimes you have to hit the live button for things to be live. Oh, my dear goodness. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Can you see me and hear me now? I hear an echo. Okay. Okay. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Can I type? I can't type either, but that's a given. Okay. Can you see and hear me? Can you see and hear me? Let me know. You can, okay. Yes, you got sound. Can you see me too? Can you see my mug? Oh, I didn't hit the live button. I didn't hit the live button. Wow, that's called being blonde. That's called being blonde. So the first thing I was going to do was play a video, but I wasn't live. Okay, so I wanted to play the video just so everyone's on topic with what we're doing right now. Because we're going to talk about people who talk about people. Because I'm kind of tired of it. And just wanted to say, so first, hit the like button. You know what? I never do it either. I always forget to hit the like button, but it's just a way to promote the video and it's free. You don't have to do anything. Because I will say, I have memberships now. Blah, blah, blah. And my memberships are really cool because I actually do something. I don't have memberships just so you can just hand out money because I believe in the free world where nothing's free in the free world. All right, so let me get this video here. All right. And we'll see one of the suspects who likes to be yapping their mouth. And I was trying to find a name. I don't know why this stream elements thing does. So first, let's start from the beginning because as Sweet Pea says, I have ADHD. So I go from thing to thing to thing if I'm not careful. There's Sweet Pea. Yeah, she says I have ADHD. Thank you for diagnosing me. But she's probably like Lenny, one, it doesn't matter if we agree, right? I mean, agreement is not like the end all be all. But anyway, so first, thanks everybody for coming. Thank you. I don't do hello to every single person because I don't like that when people do that. So I figure I'm not going to do that to you. Hold on, I got these right here. Oh, oh. All right. So I don't do individual highs because I hate when people do that. I don't do intros either. I don't know. You guys tell me. Put a 1 in the chat if you like intros. And I'm talking about like there's a 5-minute like thing playing while you just sit there. I can't stand them personally. But put a 1 in the chat if you just love them. And I don't think there's going to be many ones there. So I don't do personal highs. I just say hi. Second, a lot of people say it, but I really do it. My mods don't really have to do much. They're the laziest people on earth. Just kidding. They're wonderful, but unless you have hate speech, homophobe, I'm looking over at the chat and I'm not looking at you because I don't have a screen popped up here, so I should look here. I don't do, as long as you don't do hate speech, homophobe, any phobe, unless you're rude to someone, you can say whatever you want. You can disagree, Lenny. You can disagree with anybody you want to, as long as you're not mean or hateful. It's okay. We're all adults here. See, hate intros. See, I hate intros there. I hate them too. I mean, I don't know why I hate them because I could sit here for 5 minutes and kind of say an intro. And that's what like the meaning of an intro is to kind of have a waiting time while everyone gets here, right? And so that's kind of what I'm doing right now. And that's what an intro, but for some reason, I'd rather see the person talking than see some like song that I've heard 100 times that I don't like that you took from someone else anyway. Rah, rah, rah. Anyhow, earlobes. What are earlobes? Oh, is there someone named earlobes? What are earlobes? Earlobes. The other thing is, yeah, if they're short and sweet, I don't mind them either. Like I've been learning editing. And so in my videos that I make, I don't mind a little intro, get you going, but I hate Mr. Pork. I am saying hi to Mr. Pork because I've recently fallen in love with him. And so I have to say hi. Anyway, Like, well, the picture up till you go live is fine, but I'm talking about like once you go live, like having like a I saw someone with close to 10 minutes of something, 10 minutes of like da 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 da, and you're just sitting there like waiting, 10 minutes of a song or a dance or a little movie that isn't like about what you're talking about, just and you see it every time. It's like I've seen it 155 times. I don't need to see that again. So I don't like intros personally. I don't like intros. But so say what you want, disagree if you want. Personally, I think it's more interesting when people disagree because that's a conversation, you know? Like I used to be in debate team, conversation, two people discussing back and forth. That's kind of interesting. And that's how we learn, right? That's how we learn. Because if we all think the same thing, we're not learning anything. It's when someone has something different that makes you think like, oh, well, never thought of that. Maybe I should. So, as long as you're not rude or hateful, you can say whatever you want. You start to be hateful, you're going to get a little 5 minutes in the corner, you know, 5 for fighting, as they say in hockey. You'll be put in the penalty box. If you continue to be rude, the jersey will go over your head, the gloves will come off, and we're going to sprawl. And the referees go away because when we sprawl, we sprawl. Anyway, so that's pretty much the rules of the house, right? Oh, who has breaking news? See, we're going to be a little drama here today, and I might get a little mean girl today because you know what? Everyone else can be. Why can't I? You know, that's one of the things I don't like is that everyone else can, and then as soon as I do it, oh, she's a bully. You're not seeing me be a bully. You're not seeing me be a mean girl. So I wanted to start off just showing my video so you guys kind of understand where I'm coming from. So let me set that up. So is everybody, while I'm doing this, is everybody ready for Thanksgiving? Is everyone good to go on that? I can't believe Thanksgiving is tomorrow. Tomorrow. And if you don't have your turkey and it's not defrosting, you're fucked. You're screwed. How many people put a 1 in the chat? Hey, Justice. How many people put a 1 in the chat? How many of you are deep frying a turkey? Because I would love to do that, but I don't know if I have the balls to do it. Because I hear it's a lot. Okay, let me set this off. But I want to know how many people are frying their turkey because they have the thing where you can fry your turkey. Oh no, that's not the one I wanted. Hold on. I'm trying to do 2 things at once. And my ADD brain is a little like not happy with it. All right, here we go. So we're going to put you over here. All right. Okay. Put you there. All right. So, hey, Grits. All right. So let me get on live chat. All right. There we go there. All right. So, as of late, let me make sure. Okay. So, as of late, well, let me look for the turkey thing. You don't have a turkey? You know, I don't like turkey. My husband actually got like just the turkey breast because he's the only person who eats the turkey. Nobody else eats the turkey. You have an electric fryer. Ooh, that's good. Because I hear when you do have the fryer thing, it's very dangerous because there's a lot of oil in that. And it can, you have a turkey fryer, you haven't used it. See, I don't see a lot of people frying turkey. You need to bleach your bathroom. Oh my gosh. I try to keep my bathroom organized. It's very difficult. I need my own room. There's one person who's frying turkey. Okay. All right. See, not a lot of fryers. All right. So I am going to first I'm going to put a link if anyone would like to. I always forget to say it, but you know, if anyone ever wants to come up, they always can. All right. So I'm going to show my last video, which is kind of what we're going to be talking about because this is the latest person who likes to talk about me. So lately I've had a lot of people talking about me and I don't know why, because I don't do much. I mean, I really don't. Hi, Peaches. Peaches is in the boat with me. Peaches got in trouble just for coming over here. All right. So one thing at a time. All right. So I'm going to turn this way up so hopefully you can hear. Okay. Whoops. Can you hear it okay? Can you hear it okay? Okay. Sound? No sound? Oh, dear Lord. We might not play it then, because I have trouble with sound. Have you noticed that? Unplug my mic. Oh God, then we're gonna get into a whole bag of tricks. Has everybody seen it? Has everyone seen it? I'm gonna put the link to it. Everyone just go and see it on your own time. Because I'm just if I have to mess with audio, yeah, I'm not screwing with it then. I'm gonna give you the link. You guys all watch it. But you hear those curse words in there? That's not very nice, is it? Not very nice. Okay? So everyone go watch it on your own time. But this is the kind of crap that I deal with. Now, here's how this all went down. So everybody can know it. Because she's got it all mixed up, and I'm going to find a name for these people, and maybe you guys can help me come up with it. Like we call people bullies or doxers, but these are a special breed of people who they like project what they do onto someone else. So they do something and then they project that I've done it. And then they say that I'm doing all these things, but it's not what I've done, it's what they've done. So I don't know if I should call them projectionists or like interlopers. I don't know. Yeah, and it's all cuz I'm beautiful and I've said it. And that's spun out of control what I've said. But and I have a part 2 video and it was going to come out today, but I had to well, we actually went for haircuts to a new barber today, and then the kids wanted to go to Applebee's and all that stuff. Yeah, Chris, they like what they do, and then they like projector collaborate collectors. That's a good one. Projector collector. Oh, and that rhymes. Projector collectors. That's a good because I want to do a video. Like I have a video like let's talk about haters. Let's talk about doxers. Let's talk about projector collectors. Yes, heels. I'm talking about Tony. So here's what happened with Tony. So we kind of were friends, like May, June-ish. She actually had a girl crush on me. She's like, it was actually kind of a little much, but she like really had this girl crush on me because I was friends with Susan because Heidi had was talking about me nonstop because that's that creator who made that horrible mean video about me and Susan. She discussed my disability, right? So she did all that stuff. She had said it was her and Susan. So she was trying to get Susan to hate me too. So Heels is toxic Tony true crime. She's not really she's very small. I mean, I'm not saying that to dog on her, but she's very small, but she's friends with Purple and Heidi. So part of it is they gaslit her basically to like told her all these things because she's not all there in a bag of chips. She's not. Hey, Tabby, she's not. She nods off all the time, like at 4 in the afternoon. Like, hey, buddy. 1 minute she'll be like talking, and then she'll be like she nods off. And I think then things happen in her head, and then she thinks those things happen in real life. And she's all mad about at Peaches because Peaches is in here. Peaches, if they're still talking, she's gonna get hell for that. So anyway, Heidi was saying that I made the video about her and Susan, and it had nothing. Susan was mentioned in her name. It had nothing to do with Susan. So Susan realized that, and then Susan and I became friends. And that was when Susan and Tony were co hosting on Susan's. So Tony and I kind of became friends. At that time, she hated Heidi and Hopi. And I had just gotten to be friends with Hopi. So I was trying to say, Hopi would never do that to you. I was standing up for Hopi, and we were friends. And then I don't know, we just drifted apart. I got busy, whatever. Hadn't talked to her, talked about her, thought of her until one day I'm listening to her and she was like bashing me, totally bashing me, like saying like I think I'm all this, that, and bag of chips. Like, and I was kind of hurt because I was like, huh, like what, I thought and at that point I was being bashed by everyone else. So I was like, why of all people, why are you bashing me? I thought we were okay. Projection erections. That's a good one. I like that one. Um, so I sent her an email and I was like, I'm already being bashed by this group of mean girls who are going after me. I thought we were cool. What's going on here, basically? And we had been friends. So I said, you know what? I really feel bad for you. And I'm really sorry what you're going through. I would really like to see you the way I met you, and I don't like that all of it's playing out on YouTube. I wish, I didn't have to see it. And it was all like kindness and empathy. Like that was the gist of it. But somehow that got read as I was saying that I'm better than everybody. That like everybody was jealous of me and I'm better than everyone. And I went after her son. Like that was what she started with. And then somehow it got brought in that I thought I was smarter than everybody. And then it got brought in that I made more money than everyone and had more money than everyone. When I've never talked about money at all. I've never talked about my intelligence at all. But you know how like when you say a lie, you have to like keep it going. Like people ask you about it and you say something else and then you say something else and then it turns into this whole thing. So now she's at this point where I think everybody's jealous of me and it's because I'm prettier, smarter, and richer than everybody. And I'm just this horrible person who goes around bullying people. And I'm fake because I've had all this plastic surgery. I've had my boobs done. That's it. I've had nothing done anywhere else. Like, haven't. But I've had all this plastic surgery. And she goes after Justin and Molly too. So, like, we're all a group, especially me and Justin. But every once in a while, she'll throw Molly in. We're this group of like horrible people who all we think about is money and plastic surgery. My purses were not cheap, but they were all gifts. I don't think I would ever, and what she's talking about is I did a video a long time ago, and it was actually a roast of Molly. And at the time, Molly, everywhere she went, she would always put her Louis on the table, and people were kind of making fun of her for like, showcasing her Louis, stuff like that. So I had this one video where I was like, oh, sorry, you never know when you're going to need your purse. So while I was talking, like, I was like putting, purse after purse. And I had like, I don't know, I got like a bunch of Louis and a Gucci and, all this stuff. So that's what she was talking about with my purses. But I mean, like, that's probably the closest that I've ever come. I have like something on my face. That's probably the closest that I've ever come to talking about money. And that wasn't me talking about money. And those were all gifts. Like I would never, like most of them actually were from one of my clients when I was working. I had a client who he would go to Italy every year and on business. And so anytime he would go to Italy, he would buy me a purse. So like none of those were, I think I did purchase the Gucci I purchased myself, and one of the Louis I purchased myself, but that's it. I mean, I don't, I'm just a regular person. Like I hate to tell everybody, but I'm just a regular old person. That's it. I'm a regular person in a regular home who lives a regular life. I'm a stay-at-home mom at this point in my life. I don't work for money, so I don't make money anymore. All my money was made and is in my IRA, and I can live off that. I don't, I'm not out here making money. I'm not a drug addict, and I was thinking about this the other night because I had my appointment, but I'm in pain management. I have been since 2014. And anybody who's in pain management knows you have to take a P test every month. It sucks because like you just feel stupid doing it. But I have to take a test every month. I can't, like, if I was on something, like I just thought of this when I had my appointment. If I was on something, like I couldn't do that. Like it would show up. I would not be in pain management anymore. So, well, So Betty, you guys know I never respond to this kind of stuff, but every once in a while, like you kind of have to. Every once in a while, you kind of have to, because it just goes so far beyond that, like people always, yeah, anyone who's in pain management knows it's this, like, I don't know why. Like if you have high blood pressure, you have high blood pressure. You go in, they check your blood pressure. Do you still have high blood pressure? Okay, then you get medication. You have pain somewhere? Okay, you come in, do you still have pain? Okay, let's make you pee and give you a drug test. And we won't necessarily give you all the medication you need. We're only going to give it to a certain level. It's just stupid. Like if you have pain, you're like, it's just stupid. Don't get me started on that. Oh, that's so good. That's so refreshing. Hi. You had your like brewery voice on earlier. Oh, hello, Mama. You're so loud. And yeah, Griffey, it does come to a point where like it does become wow. Like it just like believe it or not, I'm a human being. Oh, surprise, surprise, you know? Like, believe it or not, when I hear every day, and literally every day, between Tony's and Purple's, every day, I can go to somewhere and hear things about me every day. Hear some talk about how I think I'm prettier than someone, I'm too skinny, my eyelashes this, my plastic surgery that. Every day I hear something disparaging about myself. And yes, at a certain point, even for me, who has the skin of two leather purses and a metal sheetrock roof, every once in a while it is like, geez Louise, that's a lot, right? Um, so if for anybody who's not in pain management, if you're in pain management, because you do usually get opiates, you do have to take a P test, and they do it to see that you are taking your medication, so you're not someone selling them, and you aren't taking anything else. So surprise, like there's no way I could be doing anything. So I should have said that from the beginning, but I don't really like to talk about it, and I shouldn't have to talk about it. And I kind of really didn't think about it until I went yesterday and had to pee and was like, oh, wait, like screw you. Anyway, so going back to what I had started with, ADD, HD brain. So it started with that. She was bashing me. I sent an email to say, hey, what's going on? Why are you talking about me? And she sent me back an email saying that Purple and Heidi and Hopi had told her that I was talking about her and said all these things. And, I sent her an email back and said, no, I'm not saying anything about you. Like Hopi and I aren't friends anymore, but I have nothing against her. That's over with. Purple and Heidi don't like me for their own reasons. But if anyone told you that, they lied to you. And somehow from those two things, saying that, I'm this like, and if you didn't see the first video, hey, bud, your what pants? What new pants?
Like remember when I was looking for sweatshirt?
Oh, Daddy took everything, so they're probably on the table. Hey, honey, where are his new jeans? The ones I just bought that are the men's ones? Are they on the table? Sorry. He's looking for him. He wants to wear. I don't know if you should wear him though, in case you get him messed up. All right. Anyway, my son is 12 and he works at a restaurant. He just is like a busboy, but he's learning to work. Both of my kids, I think like 2 or 3 years ago, so one would have been 7, one would have been 9. They both got checking accounts, savings accounts. So if you have kids, Chase, it's called First Banking, and they get a checking savings account, and they can manage it themselves. They can ask for money. It has a thing where you can do chores. It's really great to teach kids about money and saving money and all that kind of stuff. Like they can get an allowance. So we started teaching them about money early. So he's 12, so technically he can't legally do it, but he busses at a restaurant and he likes to do it because he makes money. Anyway, so all this started from that. And after that, she just like started like going after me. And like I brought her into stuff. So what does that even mean? Like you bring someone into something. Like what does that even mean? I don't understand the meaning. Like she keeps saying I brought her into something. Like what does anyone understand what the meaning of bringing someone into something is? Because I don't get that. I don't understand what that means. Like, did I invite her to a party? Did I like grab her and bring her into the room? Like, what was brought into? Like, did I tie her hands behind her back and nod her off and take her to another state? I don't understand. I don't get it. But I brought her into something. Like nothing's going on, but I brought her into something. And then there's the whole like, I think I'm prettier than someone, more intelligent. And then there's the money. She's got a conspiracy thing about the money. I don't know what that means, but I went back and I looked at the, like, do you guys remember the fight when I went into Purples and I started yelling at Hopi, the infamous Jerry Springer fight? Because when I went and listened back to it, I didn't hear it at the time, but in the time she's in the background like, hey, OG, what about the money? What money? Like I wasn't like I'm monetized now and I have memberships. I have memberships now. We're talking about Tony, Toxic Tony. So like at the time I wasn't monetized at all. So like especially what money? Like I wasn't monetized. So what money? I don't understand. I mean, now I'm monetized and have memberships. I'm just kidding. But during that fight, she's in the background like, hey, OG, what about the money? And then I don't answer her because I wasn't even listening to the people screaming at me, let alone Tony in the background asking me questions. She's like, hey, OG, you didn't answer me. Sorry, this wasn't really about you. It was about me yelling like an idiot at Hopi. If you haven't seen that, that's a good one. That's funny. Jules actually like recorded it. It's hilarious. Yes, it is a need for content. It's totally a need for content. I mean, I'm sorry. This might get a little drama in Mean Girls. And see, this is the thing. I never talk about other people ever. Like I don't do it. But if I do it, like right now, if I say something about somebody, oh my God, it's going to be as if I have like cyberbullied and harassed someone for every minute of the day for the last 27 years. So if I sit here and say, Purple doesn't have content, she doesn't. Now, I've completely just cyberbullied and harassed her and stalked her for a year straight. Like that's what's going to come out of it. Like that's all I have to say. Like they can talk about me every day for a year, but if I say one thing, that's how it turns. So let's see if it's going to turn. Pork, do you want a wrench? Can I wrench you? Is that okay with you? You like literally, this is probably the littlest you ever have to do anything. Not that I think mods should really like, I don't, if you're a mod, I don't think you should be like working for me. But like, do you want a wrench? Pork? I like it. Pork's my new bud. We both have a connection to the Steelers in Pittsburgh. Steelers, go Pens. One for the thumb in 81. But anyway, if I start talking about people, you know, yes, and she does that too. She's like, it's like, I don't have content. I'm going to mention the name Frank and I'm going to turn on subscriber mode and I'm going to unblock everybody. Okay, can you guys make some content for me, please? That's what it is. Oh, and then the clickbait title. Like, why don't I name my title? I'm going to change my title to there's going to be a fight here. Mud wrestling, naked women, Purple, Heidi, Tony, go. How about that for a title? Like if I did that, should I do that? I'm going to start doing that. And then maybe I'll get some content too. I mean, I was talking about Mr. Pork, but I don't really know Pork very well, but I think I've heard really good things about Pork as well. But the first time Mr. Pork and I met in Mallory's. So that's how I know Mr. Pork from. But Porky Poo Poo, if you want a wrench, let me know and I'll wrench you. So anyway, so then Tony went after me, right? And I think Purple and Heidi had a large portion of it. Hey, Tabby, big portion of it. I mean, yeah. And like, here's the deal. I'm talking about other people too. I am. So am I getting my content from them? Well, in a way, but I didn't start it. I wasn't the one that started this. Okay. I don't start things, but I do respond to them. Like this whole situation. Tony started talking about me first. I sent her an email, and I'm going to, in the next video, I do part 2, which there may be a part 3 actually. And maybe I'll try and play part 1 again, but I don't know. But she actually says she started it first. She honestly believes in her head that I started it first. Why did I send you an email, dum dum? Why did I send you an email in the first place? Like, this is the thing. Like, people need to have a little bit of logic and think about intent. What would my intent be to go after Tony in the first place? I started watching last night. I started watching Purple's last night, and I watched for about 5 minutes. Realized that the title was clickbait and it was extremely boring, and I stopped. So I was like, that, and that actually made me mad. I don't like clickbait titles. Like, that is bad marketing. It is worse to have a clickbait title than to just not have a not good title. I mean, how does everyone feel when you have a title that makes you think there's going to be drama and you get there and there's nothing? It's a slap fest. I came here to hear drama, and all the drama is people are slapping people. I used to actually be like Purple too. I used to like Purple too until she started it with Tabby. She started the mean girl thing with Tabby. And I remember, like, all at once there was something that switched, and all she did was the same night. It was like, taste of your name in my mouth and rent free in my head, and like tagline after tagline, and the same thing, Tabby this in the fired from her job. It was the same thing every night. And then I don't like that. Like, every once in a while, I used to watch The Real Housewives. Every once in a while, it's fine. Things do happen and you do talk about stuff. But every night to say the same thing over and over again, it gets a little boring. Find a new something to talk about. Find a new something to talk about. Turn it into something else. Like, I am talking about drama right now, but I actually have like a continuity of thought. Ooh, there's some big words there. I have a continuity of thought, which is going to go through my live stream, because I'm bringing it into talking about the bigger picture, which is projector injectors, projector collectors. I haven't decided which to call it, but I'm going to make a term for it. Projector collectors, people who take what you are doing and think, or they take what they are doing and they put it on you. So they start a situation first and they keep it going, but then they say you're doing it. They're intimidated by you and they are jealous of you, but then they say you're doing it. They bully you, and then they say you're bullying them. Projector collectors, projector injectors. Haven't decided yet. And that's how I started liking Mallory. Is Mallory had said something about intention is everything, because she also does comedy. And with comedy, a lot of people mistake it for taking a jab at you, something like that. So she had said the difference between comedy and hate speech is intention. When I did the Mattress Mamas, which was the wannabe reality star, and the Mattress Mamas, plural, when I did that, the intent was to discuss the community of Molly and her panels. That situation, the situation with Susan that had happened there, that whole situation, that was the intent of it. And the intent was to turn it into something funny. That was the intent. But people took it, actually, people thought it was hilarious first until it was better for them to get more clicks and views by disliking it. Hey, Gone Girl, how are you? Gone Girl is probably the best supporter of many, many channels. She supports many, many channels. Last 2 days I've been throwing crumbs. Linny, I have heard your names many times be brought up the last few days. I keep hearing Purple. I'm just going to use names now. Purple keeps saying, where's Lenny? Where's Lenny? So I guess you haven't been there and they want you there. Biz, hey, what's up? You know what? There's nothing wrong with liking me and liking Purple, or liking me and liking Heidi. You know, I'm not one of those people who thinks that you can't like someone I dislike. I hate when people do that. Don't tell me who to like and what to do. Like, you can like Amber and Mallory. I like them both. I'm starting to get a little angry with one of them. Not angry, but like dismayed, because I don't like that, you know, telling me what to do. You know, I don't like that. Projector erection. Getting excited over projecting their lack and insecurity on you. That's a good one, because that's what it is. And I've had that all my life. I've had people, mostly women, who are intimidated by me, or think I'm, you know, just because I'm a little bit loud and I kind of, you know, say how I feel, think that I'm trying to put them down. You know, they think a certain way about me, but then they say I'm doing it. You know, I'm putting them down. I'm saying I'm better than someone. I'm not. You're saying that, but that's okay. Last I heard, Heidi said she would like to talk to you. You know what's funny? So let's talk about that for 1 second. Oh my God. Everybody should have more fruit, because this is all fruit and oat milk and juice. And it is amazing. But yes, I heard that. And I went over there that night. So this was 2 nights ago. 2 nights ago, Purple had that live that I think started out to call me out, maybe. I don't know. Like, all at once, I saw, like, I got messaged by 3 or 4 people in StreamYard, or in Discord. And then, there's Mr. Pork. Whoop, wait, hold on. You're already modded. Mr. Pork. All right, Mr. Pork. Yay, Mr. Pork's a mod. Woo, you're blue. So I literally had like 3, 4, 5 rooms in Discord, and like 3, 4, or 5 people in Discord, all messaging me saying, you have to listen to this. Like, you're getting talked about big time. And at the time, I was doing clips. Oh, trust me, there's more to the story of people wanting to talk to me, Tracy. So all these people started messaging me. Oh, Purple's talking about you. Everyone's talking about you, you know. And at the time, I was making a video. I was getting clips for the part 2 of Tony, which is probably going to come out tomorrow now. And I was like, all right. So I was like, I don't have time for this stuff. I'm doing some. So I just was like, I'll tape it. So I set it up to tape. So I started taping it. And then when I was kind of wrapped up with my video, I like went back over to it. And at the time, Heidi was up there saying about my live from many weeks ago that, you know, I was coming out with her disability rejection papers and da-da-da-da. And I'm sick of hearing that. If you saw the live, it's not about her. One, it's about people weaponizing their disability and weaponizing things to be able to get away with bad behaviors. And I did say, as an example, you know, Heidi says all this about her disabilities. You know, like, how do we know? And it was just like, as an example, it wasn't her. And I certainly didn't show medical paper. I don't even have papers. I mean, trust me, when you get to be friends with Hopi, you immediately get a packet. Like, you're my friend, here's a packet of, you know, receipts of other people. And you're just like, okay. But that was not one of them. I don't have disability stuff about her. I don't. So anyway, so I went over there, and I had heard that she wanted to talk to me. So I'm like, all right, I don't know if I'm blocked or not. So I'll just try and like go in here since she wants to talk to me. So I type in there, I don't have your disability, whatever's. And she's like, oh, you don't? I know you do. And I was like, nope, sorry. And then it's like her and Purple started getting a little uppity with me. Like, well, I thought you didn't listen to me. Why are you here? Well, I had 15 people tell me to come over here, and I wasn't here before. I taped you, and now I'm taking a break and I'm here. And I'm just here to say I don't have your shit, bitch. and then that Ann chick. Who the hell is Ann? Like, it's funny. Some little sub who I don't know who she is or where she is, like, wants to be all uppity, like, I don't know who OG is. You're more of a nobody than nobody. You're not even enough of a nobody to use the full word nobody. You're like a nobody. Like, you're not even a full nobody. You're that nobody, And like, who cares if you don't know who I am? Like, your opinion is me. Like, oh, Ann doesn't know who I am or follow me. Stop the world. Freaking Ann from Boo Boo Land, who nobody knows anyway, doesn't know me. Oh, dear Lord, where's the Kleenex? Oh boy. Like, fuck. Like, I care about Ann. I mean, and that cracks me up. All these people who are like, like Tony, I don't watch her. I'm not going to give her the satisfaction of a view. I don't watch her. Well, you're looking real damn dumb if you don't watch me. You are. Because one, if you want to go watch a movie, do you go to the movie theater and say, hey, who hasn't watched the movie here? Oh, you haven't watched it? Well, can you tell me if I should go see it or not? No, you don't do that. You say, who's seen the movie? Who's seen it all? Who's seen it twice? Oh, can you tell me about the movie and tell me if I should go or not? You don't go up and say, who hasn't watched the movie? Who's never seen a movie in their life? Who doesn't even know what a movie is? Can you tell me if I should see that movie? No, you don't do that. So one, believe it or not, your one little view, Tony, Purple Heidi, whatever, is not gonna like make or break my world. Oh, they act like, oh, I'm not going to give her the view, as if I'm over here and like, oh my God, I only have 1,499 views. Oh God. Oh, I'm so hurt they didn't view me. No, fuck off. I don't need your view. And second of all, they act like I'm going to be mortally wounded. Like, oh, they didn't watch it. Like, I so wanted them to watch it and they did, and I'm never going to make videos again. No, I don't care if they watched it. If I make a video, like my video last week about Tony, I didn't make it for Tony to watch. I made it for everyone else in the world to watch and to see her and be like, that girl's an idiot. Because I had been telling people for 6 weeks that she was like obsessed with me and a little nutty and gone too far. And a lot of people were like, yeah, she's bad, but they didn't realize how bad it was until they saw that video. A lot of people, you don't like us people who saw it. The majority, like 60, no, maybe 70% are like right on, awesome video, perfect, totally was her. And there were like the 40% who were like, I knew she was bad, but I didn't realize it was that bad. That's who I make videos for. I don't make video for the idiot who I'm talking about, because they're going to view it and they're going to find some way to like not believe it, like their little multiverse in their brain, because all these people, they're like, they got a multiverse. It's like reality over here, dream world, pathetic world, whatever world over here. And they mostly live over here. Like over here, I walk into a room and I'm like, hey, everybody, I'm better than you. I'm prettier, richer, better, smarter. See all my degrees, see my money. Look at the boobies. Oh, yeah, face. I'm so much better than you bitches. That's over here. No, that's over here. See, it's the opposite on the screen. That's over here in this world. Then in the reality world, I'm just like a normal person who's like the exact opposite of that. Like, how many videos do I have where I'm like, the prettiest thing, how many times I said, the prettiest thing on a woman is her confidence and her smile. Outside's not mattering. That's reality. I can't tell reality. Then over here in the cuckoo world, this is Tony's world. This is Tony, Purple, and Heidi over here in this world, like taking their prescription medications. No. That's, in the fake old world, So you don't watch my videos. That makes you an idiot. Like you're speaking about something you don't know anything about. Like, so. And then now I forget where I was back at in the first place before I started talking about watching the video. But it was literally 6 weeks. Oh, I know what I was talking about. Heidi wanted to talk to me. So I had heard that. So I go in there and I'm like, you know, I don't have your stuff. And they started getting salty with me, you know, and Anne, oh, it was Anne, Anne, can you buy a letter for that? Anne, at least put an E on the end of it. Get exciting, Anne. Anne from, where's even Anne from? Anne from Dumpland. Oops, she's with her husband, that should say. Who's with her husband? Tony? You know, I can't believe he co-signs that bullshit. He must be so tired and worn down that he's like, I would rather have her nodded off than get her help. I mean, seriously, if I was like that, hey, Buckeye Mama, hey, Hermit, if I was like that, I would not want, I would hope my husband shut the video off, because they have kids who eventually are going to see that. And that's the thing that makes me mad. Aaron, that's the thing. You're Mallory Ann. That's the thing that makes me the most mad about it. Oh, Heidi's attorney. Yep. So that's the thing that makes me the most mad, is because I have a 10 and a 12-year-old, and you know, they're downstairs on the first floor. So I'm going to be a little quiet, but I don't want things out there on the internet saying I'm a, because they don't watch my videos because I tell them it's adult content. But eventually, like, they might see it, and I don't want them hearing that, because one, it's not true, but two, it's just not okay to say. Like, those are the things that aren't okay to say. You can say I'm too skinny and my eyelashes are too long, whatever, but don't say that kind of stuff, because that kind of stuff that's what slander is, saying something like that when you know it's not true. So that's the kind of stuff I don't like, because you know it's not true and you're still saying it. So anyway, so I hear she wants to talk to me. Anne gets into it, yapping her trap. Oh, geez, here. Rah, 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 rah. Freaking block me if you don't like me, Anne. And I've seen Anne in chats before, because I have, unfortunately, like early October, there were some really bad lives that Purple and Tony were doing about me, like really bad. And I had seen Anne in there, because at that time, you know, I was screenshotting it because it was really bad. And I saw Anne, but I don't know where she came from, but she had a lot to say about me. And a lot of it was, oh, she used to be so good, but I don't like her anymore. You think, like, that's the thing that people don't understand. Like, we creators, we care what the people who like us have to say. Like, obviously, I have over 2,000 subs. I have a good bit of people who like me. And those are who I care about. That's what I do this for. The people who have written me off, I write you off too. And I don't think of them in a bad way. It's like, okay, you don't like me. That's fine. We don't have to interact anymore. Bye. Like, they write me off, I write them off. So when I see someone like Anne in the chat, all like trying to hurt my feelings, like, you're not going to hurt my feelings. That's the other thing. You're not going to hurt my feelings. Try it. Everyone's tried it. My goodness. I mean, I have had in my short little, I had March, April, May. I took June and July off. August, September, October, it's November. So, like, 7 months. I'm going on like my 8th month here. Like, I have not been here very long at all. And for being here that short of a time, if you count how many days that I have been like bashed, I got a good percentage going on there. Like, I might be up there with Molly as far as like getting bashed, you know? And it's like, do you not see? You're not going to hurt my feelings. I don't care. I'll just roast you. Like, I'd rather eat a bowl of water with a fork than care what you have to think. Everybody loved that line, by the way. So I had to use it again. I had to get twice for my money, you know? But you're not going to hurt my feelings. You're not. I don't get my satisfaction and my self-esteem from YouTube. I don't. I have fun here. This is where I go to write my comedy and have fun. I don't care. You're not going to bring me down. You're not going to say, oh, your eyelashes are so horrible. You should like take them off and be natural. Like, I'm not going to go run in the corner and be like, oh, no, they made fun of my eyelashes. They don't like it. I look stupid. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to say, okay. And you know what? She might not like my eyelashes. She might think my eyelashes and my look is a little over the top. But do you remember it? Do you know, if someone says, who has eyelashes? Who has those big old nasty eyelashes? You're going to say Queen OG. That's called good fucking marketing. That's good marketing, bitches. You're going to remember me. You're going to remember who's that stripper looking girl with the eyelashes? Queen OG. You remember me. Good marketing right there. I'm going to get an eyelash extension company to market to sponsor me. All right, I'm going to read chat for a second. But Anne comes in. So anyway, finishing my story, and then I'm going to read chat a little bit. I have been looking at it, so I have a couple things to say to chat. But and then, you know, they keep going in. And then I was like, you know what? I don't care about this dumb drama. This is dumb YouTube, because they were trying to get me into stuff. I don't even remember what it was, but it was dumb stuff. Like, you know, it's like you just hear them in the back, you know, dumb. And I was like, I don't care about the dumb YouTube drama. I think Heidi was asking me about other stuff. And then Purple was up there like, well, I have your stuff, but I'm not going to necessarily do anything with it. Are you threatening me? Are you threatening me? Purple? Like, was that a threat? Oh, I've got your, I'm sorry. Hopi gave me her Facebook stuff. Sorry. She gave it to everybody. Like, it's like, put one in the chat if like, don't, but you know, put one in the chat if like you were given Purple's Facebook stuff by Hopi. You know, it'd be all like 5 or 6 ones going on in there. Hey, Heidi's attorney. Can someone let Ziggy know I'll be her attorney and I do accept credit cards that belong to other people? That's funny. So anyway, you know, so I was giving her Facebook stuff, right? So then, you know, Purple goes on this. Well, I have your Facebook, but you know, I don't necessarily have to do anything with it. Is that there's one in the chat. So she's like, but I won't do anything with it. Are you threatening me? My stuff's private. All you get is those 2 little pictures, you know, and like the profile picture thing that they show you. There's nothing there. There's nothing there to get. That's why my doxing was a little bit lame, because there's nothing there. I mean, you know, so anyway, and then Heidi's on there like, I'll unblock you from my, hey Purple, I'll unblock you from my email. Great. Don't do me any favors. I don't care if you like, I haven't emailed you, Heidi. I don't email you. We had the email back and forth when she was apologizing for calling me effing see you next Tuesday. And then so yeah, I said thank you. And then I tried to say like, hey, you had a good thing with your stuff. You know, if you can learn to have thicker skin, you should go back to it. You probably could help a lot of people. And then she gave me her life story, how she got hurt and blah, blah, blah. And so I wrote her back and said a little bit about me, and that was it. You know, and then we had like the 1-day thing where I tried to get her to talk to me so we could take things off YouTube. I mean, that's it. I haven't emailed her since. So great, unblock me, because I'm never going to email you again. I'm a hater. Ho, Heidi came after me. Oh, came after you. Well, she goes after anyone she thinks she can. But anyway, they started getting real like drama-y in the chat. And I was just like, bye. Bye. I don't. And I went into bed with my husband. We watched a movie with the cat. I mean, I don't get my anything from YouTube. You know, I have a great Discord. Hey, Peaches, I got good people in my Discord. We have a lot of fun. And, you know, but I don't get my self-esteem from YouTube. And if people, hey, cracking asses, and if people want to bash me on YouTube, I certainly do not get upset by some strangers mouthing off. Like, you can tell me you hate everything about me. I don't care, you know? I mean, and I am not one to say if you come here, you can't go somewhere else. I mean, that like, you know, I don't know if any of you guys know, but there's a whole like Amber Mallory fight going on. And I like both of them. And I don't like when people say you have to choose. Like Amber's pretty much like you have to choose. And I don't like that. That puts people in a really precarious position. Coffee and Puggies, like that puts people in a bad position. Like just out there to every creator. Don't make people do that. Like if you are on not good terms with another creator, don't make your subs choose, because that does a really crappy thing to them. Blau and Grana. Hey, from Spain. Do I speak Spanish? Un poco. My family is Italian from Provincia Petruzia, Cabo Bas. I know a little, and I learned Spanish, and I live in California. So if you live in California, English is a second language. So I know un poco español, enough to be dangerous, but that's about it. So, but welcome from Spain. Wait, I got to go up and see your name. Welcome from Spain, Blau y Grana. Welcome, 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 all the way from Spain, España. Welcome, welcome. There's really not. Okay. So see, here is what is good about an open chat. So we have the tavern, and vintage is in here, and purple is in here. And a lot of people are discussing things, and that's great. See, on some other panels, as soon as I saw that, I would probably, hey, Kumquat Shelly, I hope you're doing good. Now, here, in some other chats, probably I would have blocked purple by now, just for being her. And especially if she says anything, I probably would block her. That happens on 99.9% of channels. But as long as everybody is respectful, everybody can talk. So anyway, and that Ann chick, she was a little interloper. That's what I call the people who just jump in when there's a fight. They're the people who in real life, when there is a fight and the person was down and already out, they come in and they're like Heidi's a perfect interloper. She's always like, me too. My tummy hurts. I just took a really big shit. I wish the Me Too movement wasn't already taken, because I would love to make her the Me Too. Me Too. The little fight when I went up on purples and yelled, she comes into that. And everyone's like, oh, Heidi, don't go up there. And she's like, come, Me Too. Annoying. You just want to bap her down. Kitty bat. Kitty bat. Yeah, I don't like getting blocked immediately. I don't like getting silenced. And that's why I left so purple, you're in here. That's why I left when I went in there, because I got muted. I don't like being muted. I don't like that. If you tell me to be quiet, I will be quiet. You don't have to mute me. I don't like that. If I get muted, I go. Wow. Oh, that's so good. It's refreshing. It's nice and cold. But creators don't make people choose. I hate that. I hate that. Jules and I we were in Amber's, and we both suddenly lost our wrenches because we had been, I think, because we had been in Mallory's and we were seen in Mallory's. So then we got blocked or got our wrenches taken. And I don't care about wrenches, but it's just wow, we got punished for being in one. I don't like that. I don't like having to choose. Imagine if I said to you guys, if I see any of you in purples, you're done for. You would feel that's a really crappy feeling to put people in, so don't make people choose. It's horrible. So I'm gonna look at chat, but so maybe I should take a poll. Should we call them projector erectors or projector collectors? Because we need to make Hermit. That's why I always see you in Mallory's. We need to find a name for the people who they do something, but then they say they project it onto you. They're jealous of you, so they say you're jealous of them. They bully you, so they say you bully them. So we need to have a word for them. Projector, it's going to be projector because they project what they do onto you, but then we have to find the second word. Injector, ejector, collector, eBagger, projector, eBagger. There could be a lot of different versions of eBagger. I lost my wrench in circle jerks too. Yeah, projector insecurities. That's a good one. Yeah, I lost my wrench in circle jerks too. I had it on, because I went back and looked because I was like, what? And I don't care about a wrench, so I'm not going to ask for it back. I don't care. The only main reason I like it is you have to have one in Justin's because Justin, you always put things on slow mode, and I can't handle slow mode. I never met anybody. Hold on. I never met anybody. She's never took a ridge because someone was in another chat. So let's clean that up. I'm not threatening you by telling you had your information. I don't know. I assume that's a wrench, but I've never met anybody she's took a wrench from, maybe because someone was in another chat. So are you talking about Amber? So I don't know. I don't know if that's why she did it either. I'm saying maybe it could have been. As far as you threatening me, you just said it in a way. No, don't block. No, let it, like I said, unless Purple comes in here and starts like, like you can talk all you want. So the way you said it was, you were like, and I have your Facebook too, but I haven't done anything with it yet. I mean, the way you said it was worded in a way to be like, I have your stuff, and if you do me wrong, I will do something with it. I mean, you said it that way. I mean, maybe I may have mistook the way you said it, but that's how it sounded to me. So put a 1 if you heard it. Put a 1 in the chat if that was your interpretation, that she was kind of saying, I have your stuff and I could do something with it. And put a 2 if you think she was just letting me know, because I had never heard that you had my information, never thought you had my information, never cared if you had my information. So that was bringing stuff up completely out of the blue to me, to just out of the blue tell me, let me know that you had my info. News to me. Never asked, don't care. But the way you said it sounded like, and I have your info and I haven't used it yet, but I could. So put a 1 if it seemed that way to you, and put a 2 if it was just a like, hey, got your info. What you eating for lunch tomorrow? All right, we got a lot of 1s here. So wasn't just me. And Purple, you do block everybody, or your mods block everybody. Your mods block everybody. You're a blocker. Anybody with an opinion, get blocked. Yes. All right. Now I know you're going to say, Chris doesn't like me. She's only saying it because she doesn't like me. But Chris didn't always like me either. So, and that's the other thing. Like, I don't care if someone's in here right now who previous to this live didn't like me and said bad things about me. I don't care, because people change their opinion all the time. Maybe someone up until this moment believed what they heard and believed I was this horrible, mean bully who was just so full of herself. And maybe someone believed that. And then they came here and boop-de-doo, realized that that's not what I'm like. So for anybody out there who said bad things of me before this live, I don't care. I don't. So, hey, so because a lot of people do that too. Oh, that person said this about you. I don't care. I don't care who said what, and I don't care how much. I'm not a petty bitch like that. I'm not. Okay. So, all right. And what did Pearl say? And that's y'all's opinion, but I was just letting you know, because unlike you clean algae, I didn't make a video and send it to people. Okay. So 1, it doesn't really help your situation to just be like, well, that's your opinion. People are telling you they took something a certain way and felt a certain way. So a better way to deal with that is to say, I didn't mean it that way. I'm sorry if it was taken that way. That was not my intention. Saying that's your opinion doesn't help your situation. That's also bitchy to say it that way. So now you said something that everybody other than you and probably Heidi thinks was said in an intimidating way. And your answer to that is to be bitchy about it. Doesn't help you. And then to say, unlike you clean algae, I don't even know what that means. What does clean algae mean? I mean, at least I'm clean algae. I'd rather be clean algae than dirty algae. So at least I have that going for me. I mean, but I don't know why you would call, is algae supposed to hurt my, I don't get that. That's just dumb. I mean, sorry, hope you sent me your stuff. Sorry, that's how I got your stuff. I don't know. You're not helping yourself in this, like, you're just not. I mean, I don't know. Like, you got to figure that out, because you're not doing yourself any favors there. I'm glad I gave Hopi like $150, but I knew starting in the beginning, was it the beginning of, I think it was like the end of August, the beginning of September. I knew that she was dirty, not on my side. I knew that something was going on. It's text to talk. Oh, Oh, sorry. I didn't hear that you did text to talk. That's fine. So what was I supposed to be? Clean. So I wasn't clean algae. What was I then? I got ridges was wrenches, but what's clean algae? What was clean algae supposed to be? I don't get that. That was like weird. I'm just going back to see if there's anything else. Well, that's the thing. See, that's what I'm saying. So I didn't start anything. So here's how this has gone down. When's the last time I've talked about purple? Never, never. Sorry. Now, this is the other thing. Like, so I was talking about how Tony's been gaslit. So I've had to listen to way, way too many hours of Tony to get all my little clips. But there's one where Tony's all like, she's made videos about you too, Purple, right? Now, Purple, you know I've never made a video about you. Okay? My video about farts to drama was not about you in any way, shape, or form. Was not thinking of you, was not meant to be about you, nothing about you. It was about drama on YouTube overall, not about you. Other than never, like, if I made a video about you, your name would be in it. So never made it, but you're like, yup. And then she says, she's emailed you, and I've heard you say this other places. I've never emailed you. That's gaslighting. You're telling her I've done things that I have not. I don't like that. That's how things go. So here I am responding to the other night, but you better believe that there will be a live tonight or tomorrow talking about me starting stuff. Y'all know it's going to happen. Put a 1 in the chat if you think I'm going to be her next content. Put a 1 in the chat if you think I'm going to be her next content. And put another 1 behind that if you think the interpretation is going to be that I did a live about her and started it. Let's see that. Let's see how that is. So I'm just going through chat right now. But put a 1 if you think I'm going to be the content. Put another 1, so it'll be 11, if you think the interpretation will be that I did a live about purple and I started it. So let's just see. Let me go through chat a little bit. And hit the like button. Oh, yeah. We getting those ones. We getting those ones. Live chat reminder, too. Yeah. So, I mean, and it's okay to have your interpretation. It's okay to say, I didn't say that and to threaten you. Oh, well, great. It doesn't bother me that you talk about me either. That's not the point, Purple. The point isn't that anybody cares. Nobody cares. This is YouTube. If anyone cares that anybody talks about anyone on YouTube, then you shouldn't be on YouTube. Nobody should care. That's the whole point of YouTube, right? Maybe so, Buckeye, maybe so, because clearly from last night, there's a need for something to talk about, because that was boring. What did Chris say? I believe it. But I'm not like that to put personal text messages out there. You know, I would never. The only thing that I've ever put out was I put the emails out from me and Heidi, but I did that because she had said she had been going out there saying that they contained something they did not, and second, she was saying she was going to put them out there. So based on the fact that she was saying untrue things about the emails, and based on the fact she was saying she was going to put them out there during that time when I went on Purples and had my Jerry Springer moment, I said, that's okay. I'll put them out there myself. Okay, Purple, that was a bitchy comment. And Katie is my mod and Katie is my friend. So you don't need to say nobody cares what you have to say. That's like second grader, elementary school, mean girl bullshit comment. Like, you don't have to be rude. Okay. You don't have to be rude. And that's not something that you get timed out for. I mean, that's not hate speech. That's just like, I'm a second grader and don't have anything else to say. What do I have on my face? Okay. So like, we don't, we can talk like mature adults. We don't have to do that. I know you are, but what am I? Nobody cares what you have to say either. Nobody likes you. Everybody likes me. Blah, blah, blah. Your shoes are ugly. We don't have to do that. Okay. I don't know what stuck on the donation means. All right. The fact is your model's root first. Think your text to talk hates you there. I don't know what that has. Okay, here's the deal. I think right now, Purple, come back to your 40s. Don't need to be the second grader comments here. And everyone she's talking to, don't get too mad. It's Purple. Okay. Everybody take a kumbaya here. All right. We can all be a little bit more mature right now. We're starting to go back and look at Katie Bug's comment before I even said anything. Okay. I will go back and look. If I am incorrect, then I will tell Katie Bug she's the one who needs to calm down. Okay. Let's go back and look since you want me to. Okay. This is the last time I'm going to do this stupid crap because I'm not here to like police people. Stupid and dumb. All right. Let me see if I see some. Katie Bug, LOL vestiges. Talks to text. Purple says. Katie Bug, toe beans. Oh, this is so stupid. Okay, Purple. No, it was supposed to say Queen-Og. All right. Okay, K-Bug, say something. Someone say something. Seen it. Okay, I never said you emailed me. I said I've got emails you send home. No, 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 no. No. Nope and nope and nope. I unfortunately have a ton of tape stuff because I have had to tape Tony. And I have one of you say, Heidi says something, and you say, you know, she emailed me too. And I have another one where Tony says, she emailed you too, right? And you say, yes. So, nope, sorry. I will discuss it tonight. Go right ahead. Go right ahead. I am still, Katie Bug, write some ones. Purple, it don't bother me that you're talking about me. All right, let's see. We're trying to prove what Purple's Katie Bug, Purple, nobody cares, very comical. Okay. All right. Which we're all saying, nobody cares if you go live talking about me. Katie Bug, you're right. Nobody cares what you have to say. See, that's different. Okay. We said about you going live, and I said, I don't care if you go live about me, that you're going to go live about me. And Katie Bug said, yes, nobody cares. Very comical. She's reiterating what I say. And you're specifically saying, Katie Bug, no one cares what you have to say. She's not a creator. You're not talking about what she has to say on a live. You're not talking about if she makes a live about another creator. You're specifically saying no one cares what you as a person, as a personal person, has to say. And that's a little bit different and that's a little bit rude. That's all I'm saying. And then you say, no, Katie, you're still stuck on donation. Oh, your models root first. I know it's talk to text. Queen-Og, go back and look. I did look. Okay, I did look, and I'm sorry. I think sometimes, you know, it's not what you say, but it's how you say it. And maybe I'm interpreting things wrong. Maybe I am. Maybe I am preferential to Katie Bug. Maybe I am. Maybe I am, but I'm sorry. Katie Bug, you said nobody cares. I said Purple, nobody. Yes, you said nobody cares. Okay. Purple, we all know you have a huge heart. I think, you know what, Purple, I used to watch you. I actually, what the fuck ever. See, okay. When people start getting angry and swearing in their stuff, you start losing credibility about who you are and anything you say. When you start going into the gutter, people stop listening. So if you want to have a good conversation, the best way to do that is to stay composed and be an adult about it. When you start throwing in, fucking this is it, people tune out, okay? So if you want to be here and have a conversation, and you can come up if you want to, you can let me know that. I don't care. But if you're going to talk, it's going to be without going in the gutter and curse words. It's going to be about issues. It's going to be about specifics. It's going to be about words. It's not going to be about blah, blah, blah. Let's act like elementary school kids, okay? I don't do that, okay? All right. Now everyone's getting a little heated, and I don't want that. This is not, a fight zone. So if everyone wants to talk, that's fine. But, tone it down there, And purple. So slow cooker, you are getting a little uppity too. So I'm just going to say, like, just stay on topic. I mean, I think the topic that we're talking about is, and what I'm talking about is, there are a group of people who tend to do things and then say that the people they're doing it to are the ones doing it. It was like my bully video and the bully Jedi mind trick. It's like the bullies are bullying the bullies and saying they're the bull. Like, for instance, me, I get caught. It's okay, but like, you might not be saying it how it's coming out, slow cooker, but the way it's coming out, because you can't really tell how someone's saying it. So I'm just saying, like, how you're saying it's coming out a little. So just, just be aware. Like, I'm not saying you're bad, you're getting timed out, but I'm just saying, everybody look at what they're saying before they send it and make sure that it's something that if someone brings it back to you, you'd say, like, okay, that's cool. Just before you hit that send, just look, before I send anything, before I send an email, before I send text, I always take a second and stop and look. And when I'm really like, the hardest thing to do sometimes is nothing. Hey, someone's here from Turkey. Beline. Hello, welcome, Beline. I don't think I'm pronouncing that right at all, and I apologize. But hey, Kim. Hey, Beline from Turkey, and hey, Kim. But now I kind of forgot what I was going to say. Crap. But I'm talking about people who pin what they're doing on me. So for a long time, ever since I made my video, which was about YouTube drama, from fart to drama, ever since that moment when purple thought it was about purple and it wasn't, ever since that moment, somehow I've been a bully. I don't know why. But from that moment on, hey, good day, sir, I've been called a bully, and I've had bully videos. Now, I've also heard Purple say their only word, like in defense of herself, their only words, why do words matter? Sticks and stones, they don't bother me. So why do my words matter? Hey, I see you. How am I? Like, I'm over here in my corner saying some comical words. People are over here. How do I bully people over here? When I'm over, you have to come over here and watch me. Like, if you're coming over here to watch me, well, because you don't watch me. You don't watch me. So, like, how am I a bully when I'm over here saying words that don't matter and you're over here not watching me? Tell me how that works. Please tell me how that works. My God, that even makes more no sense. That makes more no sense. That makes more no sense. Well, Betty Boop, when I first saw your name, I was like, I'm gonna like her. Boop, who can't like Betty Boop? I like Betty Boop. And Poppy. I haven't seen Poppy in a while either. I always think of the movie when I see Poppy. And my Matt. Can people who live in glass houses on drugs and alcohol please sit down? Oh, and that's another thing. So Purple, you can tell all your little friends, my kids are ready, about me being I'm in pain management. I get a little test every month. So, and plus, I'm not. But I mean, I like don't really talk about that, but like kind of got like some serious receipt right there. Everybody loves vintage. Tavern vintage, you were part of the East Coast Crybabies. And you know what? Heidi was the fiber princess warrior. She wasn't even a mama. Stupid. Cindy, I don't know if Cindy's in here, but Cindy and I just had a talk the other day because Cindy did not like me. Does he have everything he needs before you go?
Yep, we're leaving now.
Okay. But Cindy and I were just talking because Cindy didn't like me so much. Like, I actually have screenshots because she was going to be on the wall of butthurt. Remember when I had the wall of butthurt where I used to put people who like made like comments, like rude comments? Like, I never get them anymore, so I stopped doing that. I can't pay for people to give me hate in my I used to love my comment section. It was some of my best work. I am Turkish, so I apologize for remembering you and writing. That's totally awesome. I am glad you're here, Belinda. You come and say and type whatever you want. But I want you to try and type how I would pronounce your name. Bye. I love you guys. Have fun. Do you have your phone, buddy? Okay, text me how it's going. I love you. I'll miss you. Bye. My husband's taking my boy to work. He's walking. I love, so Belinne, try and type how I would pronounce your name. I like borrowing money. Bye. You saying bye to Holly, your kitty? He always says bye to his kitty. So we got this feral cat who is super feral. And she is like, when you turn a feral cat, they are like, will love you so much forever. So she was a feral cat and we turned her. Wait, Queen OG, I used to like you, always like me. I think, yeah, there are a lot of people who did, there are more people who didn't like me who now like me. And so Cindy and I, we were talking because she was very vocal when I made videos about Ziggy. And she was like, I didn't like you. And then I kind of like went back and looked, and she's like, I realized, it's just, a joke, and it was just comedy. So I have a lot of people like that who, like kind of first heard it and then got all, but then like realized the point and realized like, go listen, I'm not the one saying you must have an STD. That's why you're so skinny. I don't body and look shame people. I talk about your actions and your bad, dumb actions. I'll never go at you for you. Like, that's one of the big differences. I'm never going to sit here and like use curse words like I'm 5, like I just don't go to that level. Good. Oh my God. When I leave this earth, I told my husband I want to be cremated, but please fill the casket with microwave popcorn and I want to go out with a bang. Love cracking asses. You did get a membership, Jay Marie. I think you got one from Gone Girl. Gone Girl gifted memberships, and then Tara gifted memberships. And then Gone Girl gifted more memberships. So if you got a member, and I think yours was from Gone Girl, I believe. Mud fight you and Hopi. Oh my God. What about Jello fighting? But how do they keep their bathing suits on when they mud fight? Like, I can't even go down like the slide in my bathing suit without the bottom like half falling off. I am Turkish, but I don't really know how to pronounce your name, Belinne. Maybe I'm saying it right. Belinne? Belinne? You're good, Belinne. I'm glad you're here. Yeah, I think it was Gone Girl. It might have been Tara, but but I don't know. Gone Girl is really, really very, very generous. Okay, so I'm looking back at chat. But yeah, nobody, I can tell you, other creators, nobody likes when you basically dictate where someone else can go. Nobody likes that, and nobody likes hearing the fight. Like, I think a lot of times creators don't necessarily think of their subs when they say and do things. Because, there's a lot to think about when you're up here. You're thinking about what you're doing. You're thinking about what you're saying, and if you're talking to someone else, then you're thinking about what they're saying and responding to them. Like right now, I'm thinking about what I'm saying and I'm talking, but literally at the same time, I'm reading Izzy's comment. So I'm speaking right now and I'm reading this comment. Like, I just read a comment while I was speaking. That's a lot to do. And so sometimes it gets hard to think about what you're doing and realize that you're doing something that is going to make subs feel uncomfortable, and sometimes we're just so wrapped up in what we're doing that we also just don't think of how it's going off on other people, right? So I think a lot of creators, like, they're all, hey, Jackie Jude, I think there like needs to be a creator meeting somewhere with Google that, someone just messaged me. I just got a friend. Where is it? Oh, here we go. All right, there we go. So I think creators need to think a little bit more about what and how they're saying stuff affects their subs. Because when like we do things and we start fighting in front of them, like that puts them in it's like just like in real life. Think of what you're doing just like in real life. If you if there's 2 of you and someone comes in and you get into a fight and you start punching the other person standing there like, what would I do? Do I start punching too? What do I do? like they feel uncomfortable. It's the same thing on YouTube. You know, if you're standing there and you got two friends and you're like, you can be friends with them or me, pick, that's uncomfortable. You know, you have to think of your subs. When you're up there just saying for half an hour how much you hate someone and swearing and cursing and sounding like a trucker, like you might think that's drama and cool, but it's not. Nobody, like everybody's just like, okay, we're grown now. We don't want to hear that. Oh, so Beline, you are kind of typing the same thing multiple times, and I know you're going from a translator. So please don't say the same thing. If you're going to continue just saying, I am Turkish, so I apologize for remembering you and writing from the translation. If you're going to just keep saying, okay. So yeah, so just say different things. I know you're trying to translate and you don't speak the language, and that's fine. Hey, Aaron. Aaron just became a member. Thank you for becoming a member, Aaron. So Aaron, email me at queen@thequeenog.com, and then I'll get you into the Discord because we have a lot of members only videos. So thank you, Aaron. I appreciate that. And Belinda, you're fine. Just don't do like, so we know you're not a bot. If you look like a bot and you smell like a bot, you're going to be timed out like a bot. But as long as you're typing like a human being, you're fine. So you're fine. Is it? No. I hope I didn't. No, you didn't upset me. No. I literally was just reading your comment. Like I read comments as I talk. So I just literally was saying, like, it's a lot when you're up here and, you know, to like make sure you're not doing something. Hey, Anthony, how are you doing? See, I was reading his comment while I was talking and then decided I should respond. Here's what I should say. And I said it. So I think creators need to do a little better job of knowing what they're saying. Like time to train. Okay, cracking asses is going to the bathroom. All right. So Belinda, you also said Michelle E like several times. So I'm just saying, that's all. If you got to be with someone, you exactly like we're adults. We don't like my family used to always say, don't air your dirty laundry. You don't air your dirty laundry. So like with Tony, for example, here's how it started. She was bashing me. And when I thought we were friends, so I sent her an email that she interpreted incorrectly, thanks to interpreting it incorrectly, maybe because she was nodding off, but also probably from the helpful thanks of Purple and Heidi gaslighting her. Sorry, not sorry, I'm going to say it because I'm sure that happened because she told me they helped her read it. Anywho, she could have emailed me back. She could have emailed me back and said, hey, are you saying X, Y, and Z? Because if so, I don't appreciate that. She could have said that. But she didn't. She just went on a live and started saying, oh, geez, you know, bleep out the curse words and yada, yada. So you can always be an adult and talk to somebody behind the scenes. You don't have to go live and, you know, make content out of it. Because just because you're up here or put out videos does not make you a creator. Like, you have to create something, you know? There are people who, like, I create little comedy videos, right? And I sit there and I think what it's going to be about, and I write it and I memorize it. Okay, Peaches maybe going to the bathroom. Hate bonding is a very big thing, very big thing. Oh, I'm going to talk about Thanksgiving in a minute, but I'm just staying here with my family. But and so I create comedy videos. Before I come up here, I actually think about what I'm going to say and I map it out in my head. I have like, you know, a table of contents or, you know, I have something I know what I'm going to say. You just pissed. Cracking Asses just pissed herself. What are you doing, Cracking Asses? Don't say anything though, because if you do, she'll get nervous gas, and the nervous gas is the worst. Cracking Asses gets nervous gas all the time. ICO, I tried that with Heidi, and yeah, well, you know, Heidi did that to me too. And, you know, I'm going to try not ADD myself, but, you know, like you can be a creator and a channel holder or a channel holder, you know, not everybody creates stuff. I'm sorry, but I don't think hitting the go live button and just like having a conversation with yourself is not creating. Having a conversation with yourself where you're not bringing anything new to the table. Oh, Peaches, can you put your link when you get back in the comments or in the chat? You know, I have a thought here, and my thought is I want to talk about people who are projectors. Like I have a thing that I'm doing here. We're all learning something in here. We're learning about projection injectors or we're deciding what to call it right now. But we're learning about that. If someone needs a timeout and you guys know what to do. You guys, I know you know how to do what you do. So if you think that, go do it. I'm not going to yell at you. Did you time that person out? Why? Let's fight about it. Not sure what my husband just said, but I just nodded and smiled. You know, when I got married, the priest said, like, there are the things you're like, I'm sorry, you're right, I'm wrong, I love you. And as long as you know those 3 sentences, you'll stay married forever. Well, the projecting is the people who like people, like I get a lot of people who are not nice to me, who go on 20-minute rants about how I've put them down when I never did. You know, they bully me and then say I'm a bully. Like I make videos, I'm a bully. So they're going to bully me because I'm a bully, even though I don't make videos about them. That's a projector, you know, like Tony. Like I was clipping things last night and I have a clip of her saying, I started it. I did this first. You know, she said nothing. And I've been going on and on about it. And it's like, no, that's the exact opposite of what happened. It's like everything you're saying I'm doing is what you did. Like you're a projection somethingist. You know what I mean? You know what? I think the obey was in mine because I had a traditional, you know what? But I don't know. I was like, we got married Episcopalian. He just said whatever he said. I don't, you know. See, that's the ADHD. But I have a train of thought to what I'm doing. And I want us all to learn things. And I hope my intention with my lives are that when you get on here and when you leave, you've kind of learned something. You know, you've maybe looked at someone else's viewpoint of something. But at the end of my life, when you leave, I hope that you all feel like, I learned something or I figured something out or whatever. You had fun. But I don't think I'm a channel holder. I think that when I come here, I create something, and that's my intention. But there are people who they just get on here and hit live and rant. And I did not mean that to mean about Hopi, but because I use the word rant. And I think those people are channel holders. I'm sorry, you're not creating anything. You know, if someone wants to later today go live and just yap shit and say, oh, you know, Queen OG, her live, she went live about me. You know, yeah. And, you know, her whole chat said, I said this, and I didn't say that. You know, I just said, you know, no one cares what you think too. And they all attacked me. I said the same thing Katie Bug said, but they all attacked me. You know, I mean, that's not creating something. That's not creating something. That's coming on and yapping your opinion and basically having a conversation with yourself. Sorry, hated to say. That's how I feel, in my opinion. Hold on, I got it. Okay, Laha. Oh my God. Do you notice how good that is? Every time I've had some, you do have to have an imagination. You have to, there's a lot too going live, you know? You have to think on your feet. But you to have a good live, I think that actually entertains people for the entire time, you have to have an idea and a concept of what you're going to talk about. And mine today are projectors. You know, I have a concept, but not everyone does. And I think a lot of people that we know that we've been talking about, they don't have it. There's not a train of thought there, you know? And that's why I think in the long run, at the end of the day, those people aren't going to be the people that last. I mean, that's just my opinion. All right, so hold on. I'm going to check out chat for a second here and see what everybody's talking about. Did Purple leave? Did we lose her? Because I thought we were having a conversation and then I don't know. See, that's part of the problem too. Like, we can't have, like, I said, we're not going to, you know, I said, come on up. Do you want to come up? But there's not going to be any swearing. We're going to talk about topics, you know, and everybody kind of said, you know, showed the wrongdoings of what she said. And then she left. Like, what was that? Who needed a timeout, by the way? I don't know if we need time out, but my comment on what a covert knock is upset a few people last night in the channel. Victim mentality. Ugh. Who's covert knock? My chat comment on what a covert knock is upset a few people last night. There's a bug. Victim mentality. Who are the true perps? Yeah, I don't like victim mentality. I call it the woe is me. Hold on. I watch House of Williams. She cracks me up, but I also watch Roaches. You know what? I love Mallory, but I really don't like hearing the word bigot so many times. I wish like there's a little rant going on there, and I like wish that would go. But you know, I like Amber and Snoz, and I like Mallory, but I feel like I'm not welcome at Amber's anymore. You know, because she's kind of said, if you're going to be over there, don't be over here. And so now I feel like I can't go over there. I sent an email to Snoz, but I mean, I like them both. And I don't think there's any, you know, like just because the other thing that everybody needs to realize is just because you go to someone's chat, just because you moderate for what is this bug? Oh my God. I have this thing in the world where bugs like to go for my eyeballs. I don't know what it is. I don't know if I have juicy eyeballs or something, but bugs like to come for my eyeballs. I don't know. And so like if there's a bug around, they like go right into my eyeballs, which is the worst because you see them coming at your eyeballs. Oh, it's annoying. But just because you go to someone's chat, just because you moderate for someone doesn't mean that you agree with everything they say. You know what I mean? So if you see someone in another chat and you say, oh my God, I can't believe they're in so-and-so's chat. I'm gonna kill you. You know, I have one of those electric swatters, which are great. Just because you do that doesn't mean you agree with everything they say. And I think a lot of creators and people too think that they see someone over in a certain chat and they say, oh my God, I didn't know they believe this, they believe that. And that's not fair. That's not fair to anybody. Shuby Mom, how are you feeling? And I do. I think everybody should be able to go anywhere that they want to. Anywhere. Hold on. I gotta pee real quick. The guy from the Power Rangers passed away. Wait, who's the guy from the Power Rangers? Who's the guy? I've been with this creator for 17 months. Who are you talking about? I gotta pee really bad. I think I do. I have extra eyeball smell. Hold on. I'm gonna go pee real quick. I'll be right back. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. All right. All right, what are you gonna go where you want? Don't be two-faced. Yes. The other thing people want to say, what I'm about to say, it's not towards you, but I don't think it's right when you have to go to a creator chat room and kiss their ass for you. Yeah, I don't think. Oh, yeah. So which was the Power Ranger? The Power Ranger was every color. I did not drop my kids off at the pool. It takes me a lot longer than that. Actually, it doesn't. I'm a very fast pooper. You know, one of the differences between men and women is men will sit there and read a novel while they poop. I don't know about you guys, but I don't have a lot of time in the world. I don't have time to sit there. So I wait till I'm ready to poop. And then I go and I poop. Like I'm in and out Guys, they go in there and they're like, oh, I'm going to sit. Like, why do you need to read? Go when you're ready. You could be cleaning the bathroom. You could be mopping the floors and you sit there for 20 minutes pooping. I don't have enough time for that. How many kids do I have? I have 2 children. I have 2 boys. I was originally told I was infertile, and I did lose my first in the 2nd trimester, which was very horrible because that was a baby. That was my daughter at that point. So that was really horrible because I was told I was infertile. Even like in vitro wouldn't necessarily work because I couldn't carry a child. And so I thought that was the end of like the world. So until I got pregnant again, which is another thing, when I talk to Tony, I know how I actually lost 2 babies. I know how it feels. It's like that was devastating for me. I'd seen the heartbeat 4 times. I was well along. I had to give birth to get that baby out. I mean, I'll get upset. But I know how that feels. So, she's not the only person who's had things happen to her in her life. And that's the other thing. I don't like, well, I don't know who you are or what you're saying, but welcome. Like, I don't, there are people here who have had troubles too. Just because you have a disability or something wrong with you that you've talked about, or just because you've had a death in your family, doesn't excuse you from being an asshole. It doesn't. Men do wallow in their shit. Men can't even get the cold. God, I would hate to see a man on COVID. But I mean, that was my live from a few lives ago that Heidi thought was about showing her disability papers. Heidi, I know you do watch. So I didn't do a live about you. Like, can you imagine if I did a live about Heidi, would anybody watch? Like, I'm smarter than that. I'm not going to do a live. I'm not going to sit here for 2-3 hours about Heidi. Come on. Who's going to watch that? Heidi, Heidi, Heidi. Off, off, off. Everybody leaving. Click, click. I'm going away. I'm going to do a live all about Heidi. It wasn't all about you. Well, thank you for your condolences, you guys. I tried to have children very late. I was 36 when I started trying, and wasn't working anyway. And we went to the doctors and they said no. We went to specialists, they said no. Like every test was like, oh, follicles, you have 7. I had 7 follicles. I had no eggs left. Like everything was wrong with me. So they said, it's not gonna work for you. You can try in vitro, but you'll have like a 40% chance. So how about giving us a lot of money? And I was like when you have children and when you're trying to have children and you get your period, it's the worst thing in the world. So can you imagine giving someone $20,000 and then getting your period? No, I would have killed someone. So anyway, but I mean, hi, Heidi, email me. I got a question for you. What's your question, Peaches? I'm also reading chat. Thank you, slow cooker. Now, thank you for telling me I'm beautiful. See, now if I say that, am I full of myself? So that's the thing, because I just think I'm so much better than everybody else. Like, that is so not even who I am. Like, is that who I am? Do I like Happy Days, the fonts? Who doesn't like the fonts? Hey, who doesn't like the fonts? I mean, I grew up in the 70s, so of course that's the kind of stuff I watched. All right, Peaches, okay, Peaches, what's your question? Oh, I got an email from somebody. Why don't you all try and guess who? Those of you who I've talked to and don't put the answer down. But I could cry about my disability. Exactly. I mean, slow cooker, are you Deb Lee? Oh, I know who Deb Lee is. Slow cooker, are you Deb Lee? All right. So I'm old. I love you, beautiful. Slow cooker, are you Deb Lee? It doesn't matter if you are. I mean, it's not like I care if you're Deb Lee. But I guess people are wondering if you're Deb Lee. Oh, Peaches. She said I have incomplete and finding the picture. I can't. What? Wait, what? Peaches, that made no sense. That made no sense. She said I have incomplete and finding the pictures. I can't say of who because I don't want yelled at. She knows and everyone that watched knows. Oh, I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, Peaches, can you put your, or Peaches, are you mod? I can't tell because in StreamYard, it doesn't show. Peaches, I'm not sure what you're talking about. Oh, there's someone put your link. So my logo the time and all that. You know, I'm going to take a moment. Oh, accomplice. All right, let me go back and read it. Oh my God. This, text to talk needs to get a lot better. All right, let me find the email again. She said, I have accomplices and finding the pictures. I can't say of who because I don't want yelled at. She knows. Finding the pictures. You know what? I kind of don't really understand what you're talking about. Something about a picture, but I don't think I know. But you know what? Don't worry about Heidi. Heidi is like the most insignificant thing. Sorry, Heidi, but Heidi deleted her channel. What kind of idiot does that? You have 1,330 people who are subbed to you, who came there with the guys that you were going to say helpful comments about fibromyalgia and disabilities. You have members. You have people who signed up to you and are paying you money with the guys that you're, bye, Joe Bug, that are paying you money and paid you money for months and months and months, expecting to get something. I am married. I'm married with 2 children. I've been married for 14 years. Do you want to date me, Anthony? Or am I being full of myself by saying that? Yes, I am married. Are you married, Anthony? There are people that have been paying you that you've done nothing for months and months and months, and then you delete your channel. She said I got a pic of my baby because for the people coming. Oh. You know what? Don't worry about Heidi. Don't email me about it specifically. We'll talk. I want to talk to you after anyway, because I really, the last few days, like the 2 days ago, I was so upset. My friend Sweet Pea on here says I have ADHD too. So don't worry about that one. But you know what? 2 days ago, I was so upset. I was I really wished I could have flew you to California from where you are, because I so just wanted to scoop you up, because the things that she is saying and doing are so wrong. And I just find them so horrible that someone could say that. Leave who alone? I don't know who you're talking about. Are you talking about Heidi? Are you talking about Peaches? I'm not sure. And I don't care. Trust me, you're fine saying that, but I'm not sure who you're talking about. Coffee and Puggies. Coffee and Puggies. But I wouldn't worry about what Heidi says. I mean, like I said, she had all these subs who paid her money, were counting on her to do something, and she just left. That's such a cop out. It's such a cop out. All those people had been members and they stuck with you for all those months that you didn't do anything, that you were on hold because you didn't feel well, and then you just cancel. I just think that's a crappy thing to do. And then she starts a new channel. So Heidi is just, she has no value. She has no value. I mean, really, and I'm sorry, I'm just going to say it like it is. What does she bring to the table other than, problems? Everywhere she goes, it's all about her. Everywhere she goes, she's the victim. Everywhere she goes, there's a fight. When everywhere you go, there's a problem, the problem's probably you, honey. I mean, my God, like I said, I wish the Me Too thing hadn't been taken, because she's Me Too. I got to hang now. Me too. I'm on Purples yelling at Hopi. Hopi's talking about emails. I got too. I hate Queen too. Me too, me too. That's all she does. That's all she does. I'm going back to makeup, and I don't want to deal with it anymore. You know what? I would, if I were you, Peaches. I think I saw the thing with your dad. So if anybody doesn't know what I'm talking about, because that's another thing creators need to do. A lot of times creators, especially they start talking about stuff like fights or drama, and the subs have no idea what they're talking about. And they're just down there who are you talking about? And they're like, oh, we can't say, put it in back chat. So annoying. If you're going to have a private conversation where you can't talk about what you're talking about, talk about it somewhere else. If you can't say who and you just put it in back chat and you're all up there with your own private conversation, put it in private. Seriously, I hate that. And I would not do that to someone. Like if I'm up here and I'm like, I'm going to tell a whole story, but I'm not going to say who. I should not be saying it because you're probably down there like, what's the point? I don't know who it is, who you're talking about. But anyway, yeah. That's the one thing I would have liked, is to have a good singing voice. And I won't try and sing because I'm tone deaf, because I really hate when people try and sing Tony and can't sing at all. And they, like, to the point that they hurt your ears, Tony. I don't like that. I'd like, don't, please stop. Please stop. I mean, I too know every word of every song from the 80s. And I do that in the car, but that's with my husband. I would not sit here and sing every song with the words because I'm really bad and I would hurt your ears. And I know that. I was saying what I was being told. You know, I have to say something. I left Andrews. I left Toxic Lips. Myself out. I kicked myself out. There's a button on my mouse that makes you go back, and I click it all the time unknowingly. I kicked myself out. Okay. I left Andrews. I left Toxic Lips. I was never booted off their channels, but the truth wouldn't fit Purple's agenda, making me look bad. Oh, well, I don't. That was before my time. I don't know who they are, but I mean, everyone. The truth should be out about everyone. Like that's one thing. Like, if the lie doesn't work, don't tell it. Like, I do not like that. I do not know why. And that's the thing with me. Like Heidi loved my video. Like I have, if you go to the thing where I have the emails, I have a clip of her saying how wonderful it is. And then suddenly it wasn't. Purple put in my chat how much she loved my little fart to drama video. She loved it. And then suddenly I'm a bully and it's a bully video. Like, you love things until it doesn't fit your narrative, and then suddenly, Hopi. Why were Hopi and I friends? Why did Hopi and I become friends? We became friends because she saw all of my videos and she liked them so much, and she liked who I was and what I did as a creator, and lo and behold, she sought me out. And then suddenly, when we're not friends, she's like going from like science girls to like chat to chat to chat, going on panel with Heidi 5 hours, like literally, like science girls. It was literally over 3 hours, 3 hours of specifically talking about me and trashing me and how bad I am. And part of it was she didn't know who I was. She didn't know that I made these videos. She didn't realize I was a bully. And you didn't know what they were, and they used to be all great and funny and you understood them, but now you've seen the light. Come on. Like, if you really are gonna come after somebody, at least have a good reason. Don't lie, and don't do a lie that you can find out. Like, I hate to tell everybody, but everything on here is taped and seen. Like, you don't think there's somebody taping everything I'm saying right now? I mean, trust me, tonight's Purple is going to be, oh, so let's talk about OG, sorry, love, I was over there and the whole chat was bashing me, and it's all going to be turned around. I mean, it will be interesting to see. I think everybody should email me with what they think. It was good seeing you, Peaches. Peaches is going to put our kids to bed. I think everyone should email me with what they think the narrative tonight of Purples is going to be. We'll have like a raffle, and next live, you Gone Girl. Oh, Gone Girl is probably one of my biggest supporters. She is so sweet and generous. Thank you, Gone Girl. I really appreciate it. So we got Erin as a member, and we got Gone Girl. Thank you, you guys. I really appreciate it. We have a really good group here. I think we have a really good group here, and we've got a group of strong people. Do I like Mr. Rogers? Well, he's dead. So that would be like duh, pass. But yes, I did. And who doesn't like Mr. Rogers? My kids even watched. There was like a little kids show about it, where like it was which was that? Does anyone remember that? It was about Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, but it was like the kid in it. Danny, I don't know. But who doesn't like Mr. Rogers? Of course. It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor. Won't you be mine? Couldn't you be mine? Do I like Bob Ross? Do I like Bob Ross? There are no accidents. There are just happy mistakes. We have the best elf on the shelf in the world. He comes and does the most creative things. And I'm going to start, it's for the members, but I might release it later for everyone. But our elf on the shelf does the most elaborate, beautiful things. And he did a Bob Ross one where all the plushies were there and did their own paintings. It was amazing. Maybe I'll put it on my community post, but of course I do. I'm going by the title, I'm in the wrong and an idiot. Well, elaborate. How am I wrong? I don't even remember my title. What was the title? So what am I wrong about specifically? And I'm reading everything. Whoever is showing, well, that's okay. So Todd Buttshine, let's guess when that account was made, thinks I'm wrong and I'm an idiot. I don't think I'm an idiot, technically, but why don't you say, how do you think I'm wrong? So you don't have to delete that. I don't care. You can leave it. I want to see his channel. I would just like to know if you want to say that, that's fine. But elaborate. How am I wrong? How am I wrong? I got to see what the title is because I honestly don't remember. So you can talk about me all day, but I'm wrong if I respond. So how is that wrong? How is that wrong? Okay. I can be a mean girl too. How is that wrong? How is that wrong? Let's let Todd talk. How is that wrong? I mean, how is that wrong? I mean, is it not true? I think it's true. Everybody loves Bob Ross. Okay, so now where was I? Peaches, whoever is showing my aunt my stuff, you can stop now. Wanted to get that in. All right. So the stuff with Peaches is stupid. So what happened with Peaches is, hold on. So Murder, She Wrote. Yes. So Anthony, why are we asking about shows? I mean, I appreciate it, but I'm not going to be able to answer all of them. I actually did a live about the Golden Girls, a video a long time ago. So what happened with Peaches was, so I hated Caillou. Oh God, Caillou was the most annoying kid on the planet. Him and his bald little head. Oh my God, I just wanted to take his head and just give him like rug burn on his head. No, you're fine. I just mean I'm not going to be able to answer you. So if I start not answering you, it's not really the time that I can really answer you, but you can email me whatever you want. Or if you're just saying it to say in chat, that's fine. I just want to let you know, I'm probably not going to be able to answer all of them because I'm going to get ADHD'd and get off track. So you're fine. You can do whatever you want. I'm just saying I'm not going to be able to answer all this. Seriously, why do they hurt so bad? What is that about? Do you know Murder, She Wrote? Okay, I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, that was a different one. So anyway, with Peaches. So Tony is out there dragging me. And Peaches comes into my chat. She just came into my chat. And clearly that is the worst thing a human can do is go into a chat. So put a 1 if you think that it was wrong of Peaches to be in my chat. Put a 1 if you think that Tony thinks that Peaches coming here is not okay because Tony doesn't like me. I think that's stupid. So now she has basically disowned Peaches because she is coming into my chat, which I think is horrible. She has told her she's not blood. She's not going to talk to her anymore. She's not family anymore. I mean, that's some bullshit. That's some big bullshit to say that to someone because there are things you can't take back. And that's kind of one of them. So I don't know what she's doing. I mean, just from coming into my chat. And that just goes back to the whole thing is you can't tell people where they should go. It's just stupid. Bob Ross is great, by the way. See, what would Bob Ross say about Tony saying Peaches can't come into my chat? Bob Ross would tell her to calm down. Thank you, feeling grinchy. You know what's funny? I don't see any of that on StreamYard. So I'm glad I'm looking here. Thank you. Thank you very much, Feeling Grinchy. $9.99. Happy Thanksgiving. Oh, I do see it over here. Grinchy says, Happy Thanksgiving. What's everyone doing for Thanksgiving? We've been talking all about all this blah, blah, blah stuff. Thank you, Katie Bug. No, you're fine. But isn't it funny that the fill in the blank, bless you, Holly, that the fill in the blank disappeared? I said, come up, but we have to have a real conversation with talking about the stuff. And they left. But thank you, Katie Bug. I appreciate it. So what? Let's change the subject a little bit for a minute. What is everyone doing for Thanksgiving? I hated the drama sound. Oh, the Kim and Buddy. That was just very bad. Paint a oh, so do you see this right here? Hold on. So every year for Christmas, we do a Christmas craft. And a lot of times for our family, we'll like give them out because, you know, what do you give grandparents? Right? What do you give grandparents? They have everything. Like, I don't know what to give grandparents. So we'll do like a craft. Like we made like bowls that were their hands one year. So I did this. I did this one year, and this was our craft. We made a bunch of different paintings. And there is a guy whose paintings are actually really expensive. His name is, bless you, Holly. That's my cat. I can't remember his name, but he does these paintings and they're really expensive. But basically, I did this because it's kind of like color the lines, you know, color by number kind of thing. Because I was like, how can kids do a painting, right? Like they're gonna just all be bumping into each other and da, 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 da. So with this, then they could like pick a section, and they drew this. Like I did the black, and then they colored in their parts, and then I made the black blacker, and then this was our Christmas thing one year. So we do something like that every year. We do a Christmas because I'll tell you, parents, life is too short. We really got to find time to be with our kids, right? Linny, maybe you're right. I don't know, but he was. So anyway, Tony is really going after Peaches, like really meanly and cruelly. And I think that it's really, really wrong. And I don't appreciate it. And I don't know if anything new has happened because yesterday I was pretty much offline doing stuff with my kids. We went to a new barber and, you know, we did a bunch of stuff. But so I don't know what happened yesterday, but rewind a little. Oh, you're talking to someone else. You can pretend you're in the US, but I don't eat turkey. Not because I don't eat meat, but I don't like turkey. No one in my house likes turkey except my husband. So he's just making a turkey breast. But I don't like turkey. I don't like the taste of it. It's weird. But I love stuffing. I make the baddest at stuffing. It's so good. It's so absolutely good. But I think it's pretty shitty when creators tell people what they should do. I think it's pretty shitty when creators don't do their homework. That's another thing that bugs the crap out of me. If you go to a movie, are you going to pick, and you want a review, are you going to pick the person who's seen the movie or not? You're going to pick the person who saw the movie. So all these people who are like, I'm reading chat while I'm doing this, who are like, I don't watch her. Well, you should watch me. You're dumb if you don't. I don't care that you do or you don't. I don't. Trust me. I'm not hanging on your word. And plus these, you know, if anybody thinks that their one opinion, when you're not really close to the person, really matters to the other person, you're got to be kidding yourself. Times Square. Oh, I haven't been to New York in a long time. Like, does anybody think that what Heidi or Purple or Tony say about me actually matters to me? Pimples in your nose are the worst. Yes, they are. I mean, do they really think that I care what they have to say? It's shitty when a creator is not creative. It's true. Football is the best. I was kidding. She just jokes about it. I think I do. Well, But I think so. Sweet Pea thinks I have ADHD. So put a 1 in the chat if you think I have ADHD too. I'm feeling there's going to be a lot of 1s. Hold on, I'm going to get my cat over here. Holly, get off of that. Holly, get over here. There you go. Yeah. I got that. Good kitty. Good kitty. Good kitty. Ah. Oh gosh. Smelly kitty. Smelly kitty. Oh God. All hail the queen and her stooges. The next basking session. Oh, good. You know. Oh, Pixie. Pixie Truther. Pixie Truther, I think, thought she came in with the truth. Pixie. Did Pixie hurt your feelings because she called you guys stooges? Now, Pixie, 1, I don't think you hurt anybody's feelings. 2, Purple would bash me even if I hadn't talked about her today. So it really doesn't matter. Like 2 days ago, I got 5 people and 4 rooms in Discord all telling me like, you have to listen, you're getting bashed, blah, 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 blah. And sure enough, they're like, do you know how many times I can like go onto YouTube and find somebody saying something about me? So what? So what? Thank you. Thank you for making me more popular. I hate to tell you, but all Hopi did with all her ranting about me just made me grossly more popular. I mean, this bugs me. When creators sit there and say, thanks for the view, like the point of what you do as a creator, all hail the queen and her stooges. I should make that a title. I'm going to make that a title of my next video. All hail the queen and my stooges. I wish I'm going to get a picture of everybody and make a picture. I'm going to get all of your little like avatars and put it. I went to the bathroom 3 times to take Tylenol. You know what? I do that all the time too. When I was getting ready today, like I have some of my stuff over there and I have some of my stuff over here. So I kept not finding something here, going over there, and it wasn't there, and then coming. I mean, it was just, oh my God. But what would Bob Ross do? Oh my gosh. But I mean, 2 nights ago, I get told, and I go in there, and there's Harper in there, yapping, and everyone's saying the same thing. Like, how many times can you say the same thing? Like, how many times can Purple talk about Tabby and the whole job thing, firing job? Like, it's been talked about, it's been put to bed. Who cares? By the way, I'm not a Purple fan. I think you took, oh, I got you now. Oh, okay. Okay, you guys, we were mean to Trixie Truther. I apologize. I was very rude to you. I apologize. I did take it that way because you said stooges. So I thought you were putting down my chat, right? I thought you were putting down my chat. And then I think you were saying like, ha, you're going to be Purple's content. Like if you hadn't said stooges, I wouldn't have taken it that way. So I apologize. I did take that and I was a little because I thought you were bashing my chat. So I'm sorry. I apologize. That was mean of me. But yes, I will be. I will be her next content. So I apologize. I took that wrong. And I'm sorry. Hold on. Oh God. Oh, it's so good. Sorry. That's just so good. I could drink that all day long. I saw something in here that I wanted to say something about. Now I can't find it. Crap. Crappity crappers. How many people are traveling for the holidays? Oh my God. I would hate to travel right now. I want to be Mo. Wasn't that Mo? Oh, people with earbuds probably just hated me. How many people have to travel? Oh, Purple's title for her live? Oh, was her title the Queen and the Three and the Stooges? Oh God. You know what's funny? I started taping. Oh, I thought it was funny. I started taping last night because I don't like listening to her streams because it's not my, and I hate when it's not my cup of tea. Get some new things to say. Anyway, you're traveling 3 houses away. I really don't like clickbait. I mean, I come from the corporate world. If you do clickbait, you're going to get like roasted. Like that is not okay to do. You clickbait some marketing thing. Oh my God, you are not going to get forgiven to it. Like that's just not okay to clickbait. So first I had a feeling the title was clickbait because there's nothing going on. Like, and she just talked about stuff the past night. So I had a feeling it was clickbait. So anyway, I started taping it because I don't like to listen. I just tape it. And because now I have to because of Tony and I'm making a video about it. So and then people were talking in Discord and they were all just like, it was clickbait and she has no content. It's the worst. And she didn't. And then I guess she mentioned Frank's name because she needed some content. So I had a feeling if I even said the color red or even the word crayon, that she was going to somehow find a way because she has no content. What else is she going to talk about? She's not a creator. She's not going to, is she going to create something? Is she going to start thinking and say, what's going on in the world? Let's talk about, the killings, let's talk about the killing sprees that are going, let's talk about, whatever. Let's find a social something going on and talk about it. No, she's not going to do that. She's not going to create something. So I said her name. So now, and we all said it in here. I was like, I'm going to be your content. What else are you going to talk about? So let's think about what she's going to say. Because what really happened in here? What really happened? What did I start saying? Oh, I said that she said she had my stuff and that the way I call them channel holders too. I call them channel holder. It's an out of the bird stuff. Oh, you got to have your stuffing in the bird. You got to have your stuffing in the bird. Can I put a 3 because I don't know? You can put a 3. You can put whatever you want, Izzy. But I call them channel holders too. So there's 2 types of people that come up here and do stuff. There are channel holders, and there are people who hold the channel, and they can go live, and they usually are the ones who just sit up here and go with the flow and just talk. Go with the flow, talk. Like you're sitting on the couch with someone, you talk. And then there are people who create things. They're creators. And in the true crime, they go out. And I asked Justin, I said, because I heard someone say, as true crime, we don't try to investigate the story. We don't try to figure out the facts. We just say what's out there. We just reiterate the news, basically. We just keep the story out there. So that wasn't my, what I thought the true crime genre did. So I asked Justin, I said, what does true crime actually do? Because I'm not a true crimer. I don't know. And he said that's what they do. They look at the facts of the case. They try and figure things out, not that they're going to solve the case, but they try and look at things from a different perspective because sometimes YouTubers can give information that's helpful, like the van thing with Gabby Petito, Oh yeah. So Kate, here, this is yeah, this is so true. And the live tonight will be about me. Probably, well, definitely, obviously. She was so happy that I talked about her. And it's kind of why I did, because, hey, why not? A little free promotion. I mean, hey, whatever. And she doesn't have anything. And, I feel bad for the people going in there when she doesn't have anything to talk about. It must be painful for them. So at least I gave them something to be good, So, hey, hey, glad I could help. Glad I could help you out, girl. But so I said that what you said kind of sounded a little, not threatening, but a little like, hey, I have your stuff, but I'm not going to do anything with it yet, and she said, no, that's not what it was. And then everyone in the chat said, well, that's how they took it too. And what else do we talk about? She talks like she's an inmate in some Iowa prison. She'll do 60 days on tabbies. It's true. It's true. So that happened, and that she will twist it. But let's think about what we think how she's going to twist it. Because I said, because you saw how excited they got when I went up there. They were like, oh my God, something to talk about, something to do. We have drama. Yay, the Queen's here. Oh my God, oh my God. And just before that, Heidi had said she wanted to talk to me for real as an adult. And then suddenly I get in there and she can't help her drama bitch. The drama in her is like, I mean, my God, she just couldn't help herself. Talk to me like an adult. I'm just sitting here saying, I don't have your disability. And she could have said, oh, okay, glad. Okay, thank you. I'm sorry, I was wrong. I won't say that anymore. But no, she said, oh, I know you know. I'm like, no, but she's like, oh, well, why are you here? Like, shut up. Like, my God, it's ridiculous. So we said that, and everyone agreed that it was said in kind of a threatening-ish way. And then what else did we talk about with her? I told her that when you swear and curse and like try and do the tough girl thing, it doesn't add any validity to your statements. I invited her to come up here and told her that if she came, we had to talk like adults. So what else do we talk about? Okay, so what is that going to be turned into? What is that going to be turned into? I don't know. I don't even know what you could turn that into. Hey, September. Well, of course, the only reason she was here, so here's how it went down. So I'm live, she's watching, see if she can get some content. She heard her name because I said her name. I said, Purple then said she had my Facebook and kind of said it in a way that was like, I got your stuff, but I haven't used it. And then she was like, let me go in there. And then she came in here. Oh, and then Katie Bug said, because that I said, like, I'm probably going to be your content. Katie Bug said, we don't care what you talk about. We don't care if you talk about the Queen. And then she said something rude to Katie, but I don't care what you say either. Said something rude. And then I called her out on it. And I asked everyone else if they thought it sounded rude, and they agreed. And I invited her to come up here. Yeah. That is something I could talk about for 4 hours. Yeah, well, she probably had last night and was like, shit, that sucked. I didn't have any content. I had people slap each other. It was kind of lame. What am I going to do tonight? Nothing else. There's nothing new. There's nothing new. Yeah. Oh, what screenshots are we going to have from here? What screenshots are we going to have? I don't know. There might be. I have a new thing. I have to get my septum undeviated. So I have this thing that helps keep my nose open. So maybe they'll talk about my nose. I don't know. Tony likes to talk about my nose. She doesn't understand how insurance is going to pay for my nose getting broke. They fix your arm when you break it. Like when someone breaks your nose and you have a deviated septum so you can't breathe, insurance pays for it because you can't breathe. So insurance will pay for me to get my nose corrected. Yes, they will. She doesn't understand how that could happen, but that's how it happens. Like my son broke my nose, hit me. Now I have a deviated septum and broke. So they might talk about my little thing the doctor gave me. I don't know. We could talk about that. Maybe talk about I have too much makeup. I don't know. They'll find something. It'll be interesting. I'll tape it because we're gonna watch Cobra Kai tonight. So I'll tape it. I'll watch it later. We'll see. It'll be interesting. So what time is it? 3:30. All right. So I'm gonna have to wrap up here soon. But so before we go, what's everyone doing? Well, it's not a snap in thing. It's not a snap in thing. Like it's not a snap in thing because it is snapped in. So, but I've had bad sinuses all my life, and I was going to get my sinuses out. So I've always had nose problems. So I've always had difficulty breathing. So there's nothing really to snap in place. It's just the septum kind of like, I don't know how to explain it, but there was nothing. Like I went to the doctor the next day and there's not really anything to snap. It's just, I don't know. I think they're going to put a new thing in there to like, I don't know what they're going to, I don't know. I don't understand it. It's weird because I got hit once, which broke it that way. And then I got hit front ways, which like, it's fucked up. It's fucked up. It's fucked up. Fucked up. I don't know, but I'm so full of myself. I think it's because I said when I said it, I said free nose job. I want to get my nose done anyway. It's like when Justin said he was going to fly to Idaho and like they ran with that, even though it was a joke. And then they say, if you joke, well, oh, me too. Yeah, I'm surprised Heidi hasn't gotten her nose broken yet. Why hasn't Heidi had a broken nose yet? She's me too with everything else. You know, maybe I should make something up that I have. I love Dr. 90210. I used to watch him all the time. Because I need to get my see, you know what? Maybe we should give Purple some content right now. What should we say to give Purple some content? Happy Thanksgiving. Before we go, what should we give her for content? I don't know. I can't think of anything now. Let's give her some content. Maybe I should say that I'm flying to Heidi's house and I'm going to beat her up on Thanksgiving. There. Let's see if that becomes content. That I said I'm going to go to her house to beat her up. Remember that photo that she had of the police there that was supposed to be taken and it had a timestamp? But at that timestamp, it would have been dark during that time of year. Such an idiot. Like, I can't believe she still goes around saying, I accused her of something. I never accused her of it. Like, I never accused her. I'm very careful with what I say. Purple, you look like you picked your clothes from the donation pile and were drawn with someone's left hand. How you go? Heidi's attorney. Yeah, Heidi said that her attorney was going to listen to my live stream. And that's the thing. Like, one thing that I think Tony said this, because like I make a joke all the time. No, some things were harmed in the making of this video. It's like a constant joke that I say all the time. So I think the title was like, no bed bugs were harmed in this video. Like a joke. Like anytime I talk about disabilities or anything having to do with Heidi, I put the word bed bugs in it just because, like, that's just known. So since I was talking about disabilities, I said something with bed bugs, and then I said no bed bugs were harmed. So that title meant that I then the whole live was about her. That's what she believed. The whole live was about her. And I showed her disability somethings, and her attorney was going to watch back my live stream because she may want to sue me for it. So she's going to pay an attorney how many dollars an hour to watch my 3-hour live stream? Do you really think Heidi, like any of that is true? Oh, it's not at all. But there, we'll give her some content. So I'm going to send someone to Heidi. So someone came to me and they said, so Hopi's narrative was that Heidi chews her toenails. Heidi, do you chew? Ew, that's so gross. Well, Michelle Sabate eats her own boogers, so Hopi put it out there before you. Yeah, so my dad, who I've only met once when I was 18, so she may have public assistance legal. Maybe. Well, I don't think what do they call it? Whatever lawyer, what do they call it when you get a blank lawyer? You get if you don't have enough money for to hire one, you get a blank lawyer. Can't think of the name right now. Public defender. So I don't think a public defender would do that kind of thing anyway. But now was like crap. Pro bono. Well, I think it's the public defender. Now I can't remember what I was gonna say. Crap. Damn it. Oh, so she just looked. So she claims she didn't watch the video. Everybody claims no one watched that video. No one apparently watched that video. But from the title, they got from it that I was going to show that I showed. They know because of the title that I showed. Yeah. Oh, what Hopi was going to put out there. That's what I'm going to. So Hopi put it out there that my dad was in the mafia. Okay. My dad was, so I never met my dad. So my dad apparently was like a really bad person. He beat my mom. My mom had me because she just wanted someone to love her and she wanted to have me and get out. So he tried to kill me. He kidnapped me. Never met him until I was 18. And I wanted to meet him to say, like, what are your health issues? Met him once. He was part Irish. He would never be in the mafia. I hate to tell you. My husband was in the FBI. my husband got in trouble when he was in his 20s. He had mushrooms and he put him in the tire in the trunk. So technically that was a felony. So he had a felony and he's never got it expunged because it means he doesn't have to do jury duty. So technically my husband's a felon. So I don't think he's in the FBI. And then I had a mansion. My house is a regular house. If I had a mansion, it would be worth $5 to $10 million in California. I did not spend $5 to $10 million on a house. I have a regular house like everybody else. And I made all my money from the mafia. My money did not come from the mafia. It came from the .com industry. So what else did Hopi say about me? Guess who emailed me? You guys were supposed to put it in the chat. Guess who emailed me? And I'll tell you it's not Hopi. Guess who sent me an email? Take a guess. And you're never going to guess, but try. Who sent me an email? You want to be in the mafia? Well, I grew up like around the mafia. My mom, so the town that my grandparents lived in was, a town. And my mom worked in one of the main restaurants that was it was just like the Sopranos. There was the Bada Bing, there was the main restaurant. My grandfather took me to the Bada Bing. My mom worked at the restaurant. So that's how I grew up, sawing everybody. So, oh yeah, if you already know, don't say it. But guess who emailed me? It's good. But yeah, so that's what I grew up with. So I very early on learned how to, I was not, well, I could be a hacker. Well, that's why it's funny. I'm like, so Levin's hacking the code that I created. Okay, great. Yeah, well, that's what we called it back then. It was just like, at the end, like for Christmas, we would get a present from the family. Like they were our family. They were our extended family, like, nope, wasn't Tony, wasn't Mr. Tony, wasn't Molly, wasn't Heidi. They were really, I really thought they were really nice. They were really nice. They were the family. Like I thought they were like my extended family until they got arrested. Wasn't Jackie. Ding, 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 ding. Winner, winner, chicken dinner, Italian girl. Yes, Hopi's daughter emailed me. Now, what should I now? Do you think? Well, I'll tell you what it said. She said that she apologized for creating the clip channel and anything she said in it. First of all, and then she said that she was no longer going to take sides, but she was no longer going to say anything bad about anybody. She was no longer going to say anything good about anybody. And now was the time. I got to read it because it was a really weird thing to say. And I'm saying this because I don't believe it was really her daughter. If I really thought it was her daughter, I would not be restating what was said. So I don't think it was her daughter, first of all. The last sentence was, everyone's done something wrong, including myself, and now it's just about whoever comes forward about what they've done to show growth and balls. Why does anybody have to come out? Well, like now it's about whoever comes out and says what they did wrong. No, her daughter's not missing. Her daughter was never missing. Her daughter just decided not to talk to her for a little while, which happens all the time. I mean, her daughter was never missing. So, and I'm not saying that to disparage anybody. I'm just saying that because that's what I was told. That was on Purple's Live 2 nights ago. Because last night wasn't really content, but 2 nights ago it was. Yeah, so I'll read the whole thing. And again, I would not be reading a 16-year-old, a minor, I don't know. I've been told several different ages, but I would not be reading this if I thought this was written by a minor. Hi, OG. I'm not going to say her name either. I just wanted to apologize for the Queen of the Brows and Butthurt channel and the things said on it and for any harm I've caused. I've taken down the videos, changed the name and the picture. I've come to see that you hurt my mom, but she also hurt you too, as well as everyone else in the community, hurting each other in some way or another. I've decided not to take sides. I'm not defending anyone anymore, but I'm also not slandering either. Everyone has done something wrong, including myself, and now it's just about whoever comes forward about what they've done to show growth and balls. And then there was a second email that said, also, I forgot to add this, but if you have any questions about anything, let me know and I'll answer what I can. Yeah. Yeah. Did anyone ever see the George Carlin? George Carlin had one comedy skit where he went to where Jesus came from, and he was like, "Where did you come from? My mother's cunt." And where did you come? My mother's. And they, where did your mother's mother, your mother's cunt? And it went all the way back to like, where did Jesus come from? His mother's cunt. So God's a cunt, like basically, God's a cunt. So anyway, everybody comes from somebody's cunt. So, like, I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, so in Purple's thing, she said she herself went on, supposedly it was her, and said she was never missing. She just didn't want to talk to her mom for a while, which, that's their relationship. Like she doesn't have custody of her, so they don't live together or anything. I want to be, Lisa Vanderpump. Oh, I love Lisa Vanderpump. So, who do you think it is? I mean, obviously it's written very well. So it's not Hopi that she's not a great speller. I mean, like whoever wrote that, they don't have good, they don't use commas right. They don't do a lot of stuff like that right. But they say your, like Y-O comma, R-E. And so a lot of people do Y-O-U-R. They did well, but I definitely don't think it was a 16-year-old. I find it suspicious that it could be Frank. It could be Frank. And also, I'm not sure both emails come from the same person. I have reasons for that. But I find it interesting that they want me to come and talk about what, everyone should come and talk about what they've done wrong. I'm sorry, I haven't done anything wrong. What did I do wrong? I didn't do anything wrong. I was somebody's friend and then I got bashed and then I responded to it. So I didn't do anything wrong. It was you. I don't think it was you. But so everyone's supposed to come forward and tell what they did wrong for growth and balls. I don't know how many, as far as it being Frank, how many women say balls? How many women think in their heads, because that's someone who's a deep thinker, to say everyone needs to do it to show growth. That's a bit of a deep thinker there, don't you think? And to show balls, not really how a woman talks, is it? Not sure about that. But and then like I just wanted to, like the second one about, if you have any questions. I don't know about that. So I don't think it's Hopi. And I don't think it's her daughter. Well, it could be Hopi, but I definitely don't think it's the daughter. I think it's someone who wants me to respond back saying, oh, it's okay, and then talk about what I did or something. Or ask some questions that, it's basically a plot to get some information from me or get close to me. I don't think so. Yeah, no. It's another scam, but anyway, I'll probably just respond, thanks, that's it. So good try. It's kind of like Purple was also talking about like the person who wrote as a Patreon of Molly and sent me an email. And I immediately got that email, and it was from someone who was supposed to be a Patreon of Molly's, and they were like, just to let you know, she said, who said those? So the person Lila said that in Purple's chat, because a lot of people didn't think the person in the chat was her daughter either. So either way, I think that's someone who I think it's shady. I don't think it's I don't think it's meant to be nice. I think it's a shady thing. I don't think it's just meant to like apologize and move on. I think it's a shady thing. But now what was I going to say before that? Crap. Good. Okay. You made me lose my train of thought. What was I going to say before that? What was I going to say? I was talking about the email. Oh, the Patreon thing. So I get this email, and supposedly it's from like a Patreon saying, just so you know, Molly's bashing you to all the Patreons. And I wrote back and I was like, Molly and I don't really necessarily get along all the time. And I played into it because at the end, I'm like, tell me more how it happened. Tell me exactly what's going on. So I played, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm sure she did that. You totally played into it. And then like I asked questions like, can you tell me more? Can you tell me what happened and when? And then they never wrote back, which also showed me that it was not really Patreon. First, do you really think a Patreon is going to come to me and tell me that? Because if I then went to Molly and then said, your Patreon, Tia Uwu said this to me, they would no longer be a Patreon and Molly would probably go after him. So do you think a Patreon would do that? Second, do you think Molly would go to her Patreons and talk about me? No. Molly's not going to. Molly may be silly and do silly things sometimes, but Molly is not unprofessional. Molly is this is her business and she is good at it. She is very good at it. She's not going to do something like that. Like, no, she's not going to talk about me. Come on. So for those two things, I was like, this is a lie. I know Molly's not doing that. And I know a Patreon wouldn't do that. And then the fact that I said, can you tell me more? And then they like never wrote again. I was like, well, see, there's the proof in the pudding. If you really wanted to come to me to tell me something was being done, when I said, tell me more, like I totally bought into, looked like I'm like, oh yeah, tell me more. You tell me more. Right. But that went right to some other people after I knew it was fake. And then I was like, hey, look at this. I'm like, yeah, no, yeah, that's funny. So anyway, and interestingly enough, but anyway, so they come from the same song. Anyway, but it's almost 4. I think I've been on here for almost 3 hours. Getting tired. So anyway, so my video will probably come out tomorrow for the part 2 of Tony. I guess watch Purple's tonight. She's going to be talking about me. So that should be interesting. So, you guys want to have a watch party for it? I love watch parties. It's not about the views. Like, we're not about clicks and views. Sorry. Like, that's not how we think, but it's just fun to like talk about it. So if you want, we can have a watch party. That would be fun. And Aaron signed up for a membership. Thank you, Aaron. So email me, queen@thequeenog.com. We'll get you in the Discord. We have to have a get ready with me together this week. And I have a members only video that I wanted to come out. I was going to put out on Saturday. I don't know how it got away from me. So go to you guys are all in the Discord. Nikita in the Discord. So if anyone else isn't in the Discord and wants to come to the watch party, just email me as well, and I'll set it all up. So anyway, thanks for being here. Thank you, Gone Girl. Thank you, Aaron. Hit the like button. I always forget to do it, but it really, really does help. And it's just, you just have to hit it. I'm not like a like and subscribe girl, but just like, it really is like, just hit it. It's just, it really, yeah, we'll do it. I'll set up a watch party. Next Jean, you are just in time for the end, you silly girl. But Purple was in here, so you're going to get to know who everyone is. Purple likes to talk about me. Miss Jean is kind of new to all of us. She met me in Mallory's, I think, or Justin's, I forget. But Miss Jean, someone was in here who doesn't like me, and now they're going to use me for content tonight. So we're going to have a watch party. So I don't think you're in the Discord, but email me, queen@thequeenog.com, and we'll get you into the watch party as well. And you're here just in time for the end. I was just saying bye. But come to the watch party and it'll be like just like being here. But thank you guys for everything. I appreciate all of you. You could have done anything for the last like almost 3 hours, and you came in and talked to little old me. Like, that's crazy. So I love you guys. Have a good Thanksgiving. Have a really, really happy Thanksgiving. A lot has been going on in this world the last 2 weeks, and it's sad and it's disheartening that people are so hateful. Like, I don't hate anybody. I don't hate anybody. I certainly don't hate strangers on YouTube, but I don't even hate people I know. Like, hate is a dumb emotion. You should, like, don't get that way. Life is too short. So really be thankful for what you have, you know, this Thanksgiving. Really give thanks for what you have, because tomorrow is not promised. The next hour is not promised. So look at your life. You know, there may be things you don't like in it, but I have a feeling if you really took a lot of it and listed it out, there are a lot more good and bad in everybody's life. So be thankful, be happy, be, you know, gracious. And if you want to come to the watch party, be in the Discord, queen@thequeenog.com. And I love you guys. Thank you. I'll see you next week. Oh, and listen to Purples tonight, all about me. Bye, you guys. I love you. Bye. Now I got to go over and hit the thingy, and I can't find a mouse. Okay. I want to have a really dramatic ending.